can get a bonus offer for $1 any size hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy 16-ounce. Not a rewards member? Now's the time to join.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And
Mom,
then
my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Mishap Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mishap experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at mishap.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 'Tis the season for resolutions. And what better resolution than making sure your health is great long term by being proactive and not reactive with the free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. And if one of your resolutions is to be able to stick around so you can see and make more resolutions in 2026, get over to Life Imaging FLA and get all the information you need for your primary care doctor and you to build a long-term health plan. Do that with Life Imaging FLA. And remember, there are no dyes. You don't take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes. So do exactly what I did, my wife did, our in-laws did, hundreds of Central Floridians. Get with Life Imaging FLA and get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Early detection saves lives. And it's easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Make that call today, guys. Let's take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism. It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2025. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way so you can buy with total confidence. Welcome to 2025. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. Your love. Altamont, Waterford, and Millennia.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month, you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus, we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Offer ends January 31st.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream on your free iHeartRadio app today. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Facebook drops a bomb to Biden gets rejected in the most bizarre way ever, and more insane gadgets from CES 2025. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Heidi-ho.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. It is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. We're sharing.
This is when you share the show. We come here every day and deliver to you all the viral news. All right, that's what we do. We bring to you all this stuff happening in the world. We have some fun. We enjoy ourselves. We get crazy.
Yeah.
You, on Tuesdays, share the show. So do it right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Get a link to one of our social media profiles. Follow that. You can follow everybody over there, myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane. You could also just like the stream on YouTube. That helps us out.
Smash it.
You could send a link to the podcast around. Tell your friend, hey, I think you should check this out. I think you're going to like it. They say people listen to podcasts mostly based on their friends' recommendations. So you be that friend today.
Yeah, and if you don't have any friends, maybe try to find some and then tell them about us.
Yeah, maybe don't start with us, but like once you feel the bond forming, like immediately after the bond forms, hey, here's a podcast, and send a link to the News Junkie podcast. We would appreciate it. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good. How about you?
So cold. I'm sorry to all of our new and old and right in between New York listeners, but we are not used to this.
It is cold. It's dog U-turn cold. Dog U-turn cold is when you open the door, your dog goes out, and then your dog looks up at you and goes, nah, and spins around and goes back inside.
Carl has this little parka, and Carl is my very vicious guard dog that is all of 5.5 pounds, and he's Yorkie.
Yeah.
But he has a cute little parka, almost the same outfit that McFly wore in Back to the Future.
Like he's looking like a tough guy in this thing.
A tough guy, or a dog that loves to ski. But either way, every time I put him in it, he is a new man. He comes around. I mean, at 6:30 this morning, he's just like, meow, 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 meow. And anything that moves, he's in charge now because he has the parka on.
And the parka doesn't block any of the bathroom stuff. He's able to fully function.
Fortunately, it does not, because
It's not also sometimes a puka?
No, it's not. But I've learned that hard lesson with other sweaters in the past, where I'm like, okay, you just peed in that. I guess I'll toss it.
I've seen that before. Somebody walking a dog in a sweater, and you're like, look how cute that is. And then the dog pees, and it just pees up the side of the sweater. And you go,
gross.
okay, that was not a good move. That wasn't good. It's cold out there for most people in the United States of America right now. Winter storms hitting across D.C., Maryland, Virginia, throughout the Northeast. 350,000 people without power in the Midwest, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois. All cold out there. Now, I'll tell you one thing I'm not going to do, because I find this to be cringe. They're trying to call this Winter Storm Blair. And
Blair?
I'm not on board, because I will follow the lead of the National Weather Center. I will follow NOAA. I will follow the people that officially name storms. But the Weather Channel cannot dictate to us what the name of these storms are or what's what.
So this is not anything that had to do with that, like any government agency. This is just a Weather Channel saying,
just the Weather Channel. Yep, just the Weather Channel.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, let's see if it pays off, right? They said, we at the Weather Channel will go, you know what? We're calling this Winter Storm Blair.
You can't do that.
You're just making stuff up. It's like us over here going, we're calling it Winter Storm Junkie, and then expecting, all right, everybody, that's what they said. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not on board. It's just cold. That's what it is.
I kind of am on board with this whole notion that I don't think everything needs to have a name. I don't know why. What was the origin for deciding that hurricanes and typhoons have to be named? I don't think a lot of other stuff needs to be named. And I was always thrown off by this is a bad example, Superstorm Sandy started as a hurricane that like perfect stormed, I think, in with a couple other systems that made the superstorm, but at least it used to be a hurricane that was indeed named Sandy.
Right.
But when there's other storms where they're like, let's call it Gerald. I'm like, no.
For the Weather Channel, this is just branding. They're trying to brand something and go, hey, here's what we got. We got Tropical Storm or Winter Storm Blair that's hitting you right now. And I get it from their point of view, but I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait on this.
Let's call it something else. How about poo-poo pee-pee?
Poo-poo pee-pee is hitting the country very hard right now.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
The country is racked by poo-poo pee-pee. Now, my real problem is going to be if there is a death toll during poo-poo pee-pee.
There is. Poo-poo pee-pee has taken out 6 people already, from what I understand.
6 little children were murdered by poo-poo pee-pee last night.
Not murdered.
It just sounds bad. I don't want to do that. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to an Air Canada flight where there was a bit of a rough landing, you might say. There was a landing gear failure. Let's go on board and let's listen to the surroundings. Engine is on fire. Sparks everywhere.
God. Oh, hell no.
They're just making it to the airport.
That is a lot of flame.
The plane is on its side, flopped over on the runway here. At least it made it to the runway.
Almost just died, boys.
Almost just died, boys.
You're never going to believe this. I've got it on tape.
Of course, that guy gets on the tarmac and is allowed to use his phone immediately. Almost just freaking died, boys.
I didn't go into airplane mode just for this, boys.
If you heard me doing this, I would be trying to do the almost just died, boys, but there would be audible crying. There would be me sobbing as I'm trying to be cool. How do you have a near-death experience and you're like, almost just died,
because that guy, he just won. He just, in his head and on his video, he just beat death. He beat a fiery death, and then he just hit record. Almost freaking died.
Did anyone freaking die?
No, nobody died. Nobody died.
Oh, that would have been a whole different situation.
Like this loser over here. He just points his body on the tarmac.
Hey, you see this pussy puddle here?
That's the blood of a wuss.
There's no way in hell that moments before this, when the flames are coming out of the engines and he doesn't know if he's going to live or die, that he's talking the same way. He's probably like, oh my God. Oh,
Dear
praise the Lord.
Jesus.
Muhammad, spaghetti monster, whoever, keep me alive. And then when he gets off and he's alive, he walks out and he goes, get the phone out.
Almost just died, boys.
Boys. All right. Thank you for the message, sir. Air Canada flight lands at Halifax Stanfield Airport. One of the wings caught fire.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's because they had like an issue with the landing gear.
Yep. Yeah.
If there's that happening, usually, and I know this would be hard to do, you might just have to sit there and take it, but usually during the landing process is when they want you to have your seatbelt on the most.
Mm-hmm.
What if you're sitting on that exit row?
Oh, then I'll be in the bathroom screaming. Without a doubt.
I'll take a couple bumps to the head. Then if I was the only person that died, that would be embarrassing. But I'm dead, so I don't care.
Yeah, I do have to tell you, on the flight that I took to New Orleans recently, that was so bumpy they never took the seatbelt sign off. And the pilot kept saying, this is a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if you have this too, Sabrina. But the pilot kept saying, folks, I don't want you to remain seated. We got some real big bumps coming up ahead. And the bumps never really materialized. So it just had the psychosomatic effect of making me scared, and I never hit the actual turbulence that the guy was warning of.
Yep, and then instead I'm just in a full-blown inner panic attack throughout the entire flight, waiting for it. And then there's the moments where they warn us about it, and they're like, all right, looks like we're all clear, everybody. We're going to go ahead and turn off the seatbelt light, and then boom!
You're freaking out.
I can't tell you, and of course I'm always flying with someone's like, it's not a big deal. It's fine. And I go, we're dying right now.
I don't get that frame of mind, but you and I are the same on this one.
There was one time, and I in my head I'm thinking, I've gone the whole way, my whole life flying, thinking like the ultimate authority is the seatbelt light.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was one flight where we were about to land, and I really had to pee. And I was like, what's the protocol here? Am I supposed to sit here and soil myself?
Did you almost have one of those moments where you're like, I don't care about the rules. I'm going to the bathroom.
I'm doing
Stop
it.
me if you want to.
I think there was one time where, like, I was like, sorry, I really have to. So, I'm gonna chance it.
Flight attendants are strapped too. So
at some point, the flight attendants do have to strap themselves in.
Yeah, it's true. You walk right by them. That's what I do on this flight. I go, my stomach is like, rumbling. I say, I don't know if I should have eaten that chicken sandwich at the airport. And poo pee storm incoming.
You're allowed to throw up into the little bag. Are you allowed?
Don't think so.
I stood up and I said to the flight attendant, I'm like, there's going to be a thing. And
Can I
she's
go
like,
poo-poo?
She goes, go ahead, be quick about it. And so now I'm on the plane. It's bouncing around, not real bad, but just enough that one of those will bounce. And I'm trying to stay seated on that little plane toilet.
Wait. Was the light already on? Because I have been in the bathroom when they turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. And I'm like, oh no.
It's dark. It's dark in there. And it was bouncing around going, oh boy. And that is not an ideal experience. That is, it's bad.
If you time it out right, you have like a major number 2 incident. Also, everyone's supposed to be seated. Light up a cigarette?
Might as well. You might as well go all the way. And then you hear the button when you hit that flush because there's no bigger flush than an airplane flush. Boom! It just sucks it into oblivion. And in my mind, it sucks it into another dimension when you hit that button on an airplane. I don't know where it goes.
It's a group of lovely people in Kenya. They're like, it's a meteor.
It is something.
Later on, I would learn that it sucks it into the desert and Joe Dirt finds it.
Right. Okay, we have so many things to get into today on a Share the Show Tuesday. So keep sharing along over on the newsjunkie.com/share. Keep liking that stream over on YouTube. Hello to all of our friends on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. When we come back, a major change on social media. And I want to kind of dive into with you what this means for the future. Is this good? Is this bad? Is all hell about to break loose? Because some big changes are underway because of something that just happened. We'll hear from Mark Zuckerberg in moments. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will know everything. Alexa, how do I get rid of a deadbeat roommate?
Try poisoning them.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Watch out for stop-and-go traffic due to an accident. Multiple lanes are blocked on Florida's Turnpike northbound at Orange Blossom Trail. The off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408, that's partially blocked due to an accident. The on-ramp from Michigan Street to I-4 eastbound, that is partially blocked due to an accident as well. Just travel with caution on the roadways here. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Right now, Wawa Rewards members can get a bonus offer for $1 any size hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy 16-ounce. Not a rewards member? Now's the time to join.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
This is Ashley Iconetti from the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. Did you know that Future Health can help make weight loss resolutions come true? When it's about biology and not willpower, it's not your fault that dieting just doesn't work. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes and for less than $3 a day. 8 out of 10 users say that using Future Health programs is more effective than anything they have ever tried. I have a family member who has tried for years to lose weight, and no matter how much she cuts out the snacking and the bad foods and how much she moves, it just doesn't happen for her. Well, with Future Health, they give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey, and from there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month, you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus, we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Offer ends January 31st.
What's up, everybody? Adnan Burke here to tell you about a new podcast. It's NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here, and after playing 700 NHL games, I got a lot of dirty laundry to air out.
Each week we'll get together to chat about the sport that we love.
But we're not just going to be talking hockey, folks. We're talking movies, we're talking TV, food, and Adnan's favorite, wrestling. It's all on Le Table.
Listen to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers and start listening.
Skydiving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Damn it, man. Slippy fat fingers today. I can't blame the cold. I'm inside and it's nice and cool, so it's not that. It's just me making a mistake. Damn
Slippy
it, man.
Fat Fingers is a fun band name.
It happens. And my fingers aren't even fat. I can't even blame it on that. Skinny ass fingers. Although you folks on chat couldn't be more wrong about most things.
Oh, we're doing this again with the hands?
No, the speculation on chat, they always are talking about, am I wearing shoes or what am I wearing on my feet? I don't know why people have these fascinations with people's feet. And
you could probably do very well in that industry.
I'm weirded out by feet. Like I've never really understood the foot thing, but some of you, and they're saying Sean looks like a croc person. I'll have you know, I've never had a single croc on one of my feet in
Not a
my
crock
entire
of
life.
soup, though.
I never tried it, but I could be won over to be a croc man. I've just never tried it. You're wrong on that. I'm sorry. Once again, chat. Meanwhile, we go over to something happening in the world of social media. The future of social media, will it be one where things are better or where things are much worse? You've got now Mark Zuckerberg, who has come out swinging here, saying that there's going to be a huge change on Meta. And that means Meta is more than just Facebook now, even. Meta is Facebook and Instagram at the very least that they're going to make these changes. And he said, we're going to recommend political content again, which has been a big change. Facebook has kind of gotten rid of all of that. And I don't know what your experience has been, Sabrina and you, C-Lane, but every once in a while I go over on Facebook, and when I go over there, I get a lot of really old things in my feed.
Yeah, I've got
5 days. Like, even on Instagram sometimes I get 4 days ago.
Yeah, it's super
5 days.
annoying. I'm still getting people's like, all right, goodbye 2024.
Yeah, and you kind of feel out of it, and then you're the person that's commenting way after the fact. One thing I've noticed with Facebook, especially last year, I can't say anything for 2025 so far, was every time I would open that damn page, it was everybody's dog that died.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I would scroll and be like, "We say goodbye to Pebbles." 17 years crossing the rainbow. Next thing, be like, "Mittens passed away."
Lately, for me, it's not just dogs; it's people.
Just
every time I go to Facebook, there's more death.
All right, so maybe there's room for change in the algorithm then. Maybe we can get something out of
spread
it.
it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be back-to-back posts.
And then I had a really dark thought yesterday, guys. I had a really dark thought about Facebook. Like a what if they had something where, because you know, like when people pass away, they keep the face. You have the option of keeping their Facebook page up, and it says remembering Sean Wasson or whatever. And I was looking through like the friends of friends, and a couple of them were black and white pictures, and I was like, what if that was the indication that that person is remembering?
Oh, if they faded you away,
like Squid Game, like where there's the big the big floor of contestants, and they just disappear. What if they just go black and white, and that's how you know that person? You know, that's a remembering page.
That's dark. All right, let's see.
I told you it was dark, man.
Let's see what Mark Zuckerberg has to say about this, because he says there is going to be an ending of their fact-checking program. Here he goes. Oh, hang on. Let me get Mark Zuckerberg here.
Mark.
He's right here to talk to us.
Oh, he's still rocking that look.
I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice.
People like Zuck now. You don't like him? You're going to be on the outskirts here.
I don't feel any differently about him. He's been around for quite some time, especially in my lifetime. But I cannot take him seriously in this new, like, bad boy hip-hop young guy with the curls.
I think he looks better.
It's just weird.
You don't think that's an improvement, though, over, like, Robo Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's an improvement, but then, you know, he's not changing it up very much. It seems like now he's just, this is what his character looks like the Homer Simpson of CEOs, where he just wears the same outfit all the time.
He's got the curly hair that he does now, and always the gold chain. Always the gold chain. His arms crossed, and he's ready to tell us about the new changes headed to the platform. So here's Mark Zuckerberg on what is next for Meta, Facebook, and Instagram.
Hey, everyone. I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression.
All right.
And I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more.
You know what I'll say is interesting? This guy's a multi-billionaire, and he works for a huge tech company. How do you film this video? He's just flopping out a phone in vertical mode. He's just going with a very natural thing.
Do you think he used one of those phone-mounted teleprompters to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. He's not winging this.
Or he's
There's
a
no
robot.
way.
He is a robot.
Yeah. He's not. I think he's got like maybe the teleprompter app, or he has something going on to help him read this.
A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. drugs, terrorism, child exploitation.
Okay.
These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly.
All right.
So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship.
So what are you going to do?
The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech.
Oh, so he's really leaning in, actually saying the election, you guys voting for Trump, shows to me this is a tipping point and that you want free speech over the censorship that we've been doing on our platform. He's admitting here that there's been censorship on these platforms, Facebook and Instagram, and political content has been silenced. And so now, as a result of Trump winning, we got to have some changes. So what are those changes?
So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
After Trump first
how he
got
just
elected
admitted he's
in
going to copy. He's going to just rip off X.
Wait, he said similar. he said similar. They're going to be exactly the same. It's going to be exactly the same system that you're seeing, which I have to say, I'm all for. I think community notes are good. I like it. I like when people can moderate.
Hilarious.
Sometimes they get a little wild. I got to tell you, the community notes people, and I'm one of the community notes people. I'm able to note if I want to. I'm very strategic about it. I don't wield my power in an evil way yet. But there was somebody when who's the government agency that tracks Santa? Is it NORAD or?
I believe so.
I thought it was the elves.
You know, they like for funsies, when we were in an economic downturn, we started tracking Santa Claus as a fun thing, and little kids could call in and see where Santa was. And they tried to community notes the Santa Claus posts.
Oh, come on.
And you can imagine.
That's insane.
Where I'm going. And I went in and I go.
Well, did the community believe that Santa was in a different place?
They were
wasn't
trying
necessarily.
to ruin Christmas.
It wasn't necessarily.
They were
I would
clearly
think of.
on the naughty list, weren't they, Sean?
Yeah, they were non-believers, and I couldn't stand there for it. Downvote, downvote, downvote. So he is going to copy what X is doing with community notes on Facebook.
2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas.
Wow. You know what I'm going to say right here? I think Trump pulled a full coup of the tech bros. That all of these guys seem to be more in line with Republicans now than Democrats. If you look at X, Elon Musk is part of the Trump team, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And
But then
Trump
there was
clearly
a
has
little,
won him over.
during the end of December, there was some MAGAs that were really upset with him.
With who? Musk or?
With Musk. And it seemed to be a lot of, like, it was very quick, but an internal, we are sick of Elon Musk. Mostly it had to do with the particular type of visa he was pushing.
H-1B, yeah. H-1B visas, which the tech bros love because it lets them bring in a lot of the workers from India or Malaysia or different Asian countries where they can bring them in for a little cheaper. And so when all of a sudden the real MAGA people were like, we don't like any of that stuff, there was a bit of a tussle there. But
you
generally
see all
speaking,
the people donating to Trump at this point in comparison to the last administration.
Let's go over this. You got him, the guy we're looking at right now, Mark Zuckerberg, seems to be kind of aligned with Trump, I would think.
Cool, Mark.
You got you got Elon Musk over at X, seems to be in line with Trump, I would say. You have Tim Cook, who just made a donation to Trump's what's it called?
Inauguration.
Into the inauguration committee, and he's the head of Apple. You got all the tech bros seemingly lining up here with Trump.
Do you think this has anything to do, or maybe a little smidge of what happened with another giant industry, which I feel like would be under the tech world, considering that you see a lot of your pornography on your phone and computer and, anything else that has internet access.
What do you mean?
They saw that the shut down and they were for realsies about it. So they're like, we don't want to play with none of this.
I don't think it's
Let's make sure we're on the good side.
I think Zuckerberg's thing is pieces of a rebrand. And he literally is just rebranding himself. And the rebrand is tied to UFC and this is where he's at. He said in an interview the most metal thing ever was Trump getting up and pumping his fist after the assassination attempt. I think that's where a lot of these guys who've just ended up. Maybe the Democrats have lost focus on what the interests of these people are. Or
we need to fight more.
Maybe they see that the inevitable is here and Trump is going to be the president and they want to be on his good side. There's a lot of different potential things here. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. I will say, though, I'm a proponent of the community notes. I like it better. I don't want these losers in big media who are going to be the arbiters of what's true and what's false when so many of them lie. So many of them are not these skilled experts that you think they are. They're going to use their biases to do the same crap.
Absolutely.
I like when the crowd gets to vote. You know what I mean? When the crowd gets to say, no, this is nonsense. Here's some facts that dispute this. I think that tends to be better.
So
it's
sorry for
no, you're good.
interrupting you, but like there was an app that somebody recently told me about, and I got to say, at least for now, I am a huge fan of it. As far as getting your news or the hot topics, it's called Ground News.
Okay,
and I just subscribed to it, and it gives you a kind of a meter of where all the news is coming from. So if it's more left-leaning, if it's more right-leaning, if it's centered, it'll give you all the sources, their reasons for breaking it down that way, calling things out for being completely biased or opinion-based.
I'm on this right now. It's ground.news. And so, like, here's Trump loses bid to delay sentencing in hush money cases he appeals. And you could click left and get, like, left-wing stories. Center, which is what they think are, like, balanced and or non-biased stories. And then right. And you could, or you could compare them, like, why they are this way or that way and, who's skewing you, which is kind of cool.
I love it. And I think that we need more of that because I don't know if we're ever going to get away from like insane bias or opinions that lean towards your team that come off as like ethical and fully just the facts in the news.
No, that's not happening. There will never be a case where we roll back and people go, everything's going to be fair and truly balanced now. There's never, you can't put that genie back in the bottle, I don't think. But is this going to be good for social media or bad? More political content probably surfacing on Facebook. I don't know. I'll take it. It's probably good for me. So that sounds decent. But what do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We appreciate those. Video dispatches also welcome, just for the record. Okay, let's go over to one of those real quick. Here's Mo Manji, the realtor, talking about the guy on the plane.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Well, that guy from the airplane reminded me of, I almost freaking died, Jules.
That's what it sounds like.
What's that from again?
What's that one?
He sounds like Gronk.
Oh,
like, well, we're going to find out, Jules. Hey, I almost freaking died.
He sounds like just a complete bro to me. We almost died on the landing, bros. Drops the F word, too. Nicely, they censored it for us. We went to a movie last night. Last night was a no-drinking night.
Samesies.
And we were going to go to a couple of things. We're going to go see a Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan movie. But it was a little bit too late that came on, or that was showing. And we went instead to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh, with all the other children.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, I will have you know, Sabrina, delightful movies. Very fun movies, good romp. Sonic the Hedgehog is adorable, and it was a good time. That movie last night was terrible.
Oh, no.
So
wasn't that the one
Jim Carrey really needed the money?
Yeah.
Courtney, this is one thing we could probably go over here. Courtney hates Jim Carrey in this movie.
Okay.
And she goes,
in the movie.
God,
my dad hated Jim Carrey in like every movie when he was at his peak.
Yeah. She said he's so over the top. And I said, I kind of like him. I thought his character, Dr. Robotnik or whoever his character is, I like how he's over the top. It's a ridiculous character. It's fun.
It's an animated hedgehog.
But I think a lot of women don't necessarily like Jim Carrey's style of over-the-top acting. I don't think it doesn't necessarily land with him.
See, I grew up on The Mask, so he always has a very special place in my heart because I loved that movie so much.
I like it. I like the way he does things, and I think he's a creative dude. But we're watching this. I look over, and Courtney's falling asleep. Her head's dropping.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I'm falling asleep, and I go, the whole movie is just made for an 8-year-old boy. It's zaps and pops and pows, and everybody's got more powers than the next character. Yes, because you can't follow anything. And it suffers from this thing. I tried to explain it to Courtney. I said, Marvel movies did this to me. When the first Marvel movies came out, and let's say you had Captain America. So I watch and I go, there is Captain America. He has his Captain America shield. I'm watching him with all of his friends. They're fighting. What's going on there? Okay, there is Spider-Man. I know what's happening. I'm watching it, and I can enjoy the movie. Spider-Man changes Peter Parker, et cetera, et cetera. Then all of a sudden, you get so far in that you go, well, actually, there are alternate universes, and that's this Spider-Man, and this is this Spider-Man, but this Captain America has these powers, and this one has these powers, and this happens, and this happens.
Let's dumb that down a little, because there is a step in between that. The first Marvel movies, when they started going big into the cinematic universe and big into making movies from the comic books, had 1 to 4 superheroes in them.
Yes, which is enough.
And then Deadpool versus Wolverine had 1 to 4 versions of each of 27 superheroes.
Yes.
They've gone so far down the rabbit hole that you don't even know where to pick up, where to try and catch up.
I kind of get it, but I do have a go-to.
Did you see the Spider-Man movie when all the Spider-Mans were encountering each other? And I'm going, whoa.
They should have recreated that meme.
It's the multiverse.
With the mirrors.
That's what I don't like. I don't like and the Sonic and Tails thing gets to, like, you got Sonic, you got Tails, you got Knuckles, you got Shadow, you got all these different things, and they all have different. And I have no idea what the hell is going on. All I know is I got fleeced. I got charged $41 for 2 tickets.
Oh, wow.
$41 for 2 regular tickets.
Wild.
I got charged $10 for each bottle of water. So that's $20 worth of bottles of water. We're now over $60. And we got 2 small popcorns, each $10. I paid $85 to go see a movie, and I didn't even understand what was happening on the screen.
Yeah, so I think that these are the moments that we stop right before we buy the $20 tickets for the movie theater and say, is it available for that same price at home?
I'd rather watch it at home sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, and you have 48 hours. You can pause it and go away.
Sometimes. Oh, I'll watch the specialized stuff in the theaters with the good speakers and the rumbles.
Yeah,
and
like Smile 2. I'm so glad I saw it in the movie theaters.
Fun.
Yeah, and I'm doing the no-drink nights, too, but I don't know that I would want to go somewhere on the no-drink night. Like go to the movie theater, I'm not going to get a bucket. I'm just going to overpay for this movie.
That's why you eat edibles.
I don't have any of those on me right now or at home.
Also, this is set up for failure. The national movie theater chain Cinemark is offering a 1-day deal. It's going to be on January 19th, part of National Popcorn Day. And
Jan-teenth.
It's bring your own bucket. The promotion says that you go in, you bring whatever you can that constitutes a bucket, and they will fill it up with popcorn for $5. And obviously, you're going to have people with, like, I can imagine a Home Depot bucket. Yeah. I'm going to imagine.
They must have rules.
Yeah, it has to have a handle on it, and it has to have a bottom on it.
Okay. Well, I got 2 handles.
And they'll fill up whatever container you bring in with fresh popcorn for $5. No movie ticket necessary. If you just want to be a weirdo and eat it all in the lobby, you could do that if you'd like. But the popcorn buckets are all the rage these days. Okay, quick break. When we come back, there has been a move by the Biden administration that is going to change things for quite a few of you. Is this a good idea? or a bad idea?
Good idea or bad idea?
We'll find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Days of the year, as far as our high temperature goes, we're only going to top out at 55 degrees with partly cloudy skies through the day today and a breezy north wind, obviously feeling colder than that. Tonight down to 40 degrees in Orlando, but as you get up toward Ocala and Gainesville, closer to freezing. No freeze issues, though, for the Central Florida I-4 point south corridor. Although tomorrow, highs closer to 60 degrees. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of John Moses Browning, the Mormon gunsmith who changed the world. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
So this new dose is, well, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Need a change this year? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an always quick but never rushed quality oil change. No appointment needed. Save $15 off your next oil change at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll get you back on the road in no time.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
We do appreciate it. You can always learn more about this show if you want. Find out about myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane all over on the newsjunkie.com/share on a Share the Show Tuesday. This is an interesting story for a couple of reasons, and it's going to have an effect on a lot of you, maybe you even hanging out with us right now. And this is something pushed through. Biden's in his like lame duck status here, the last moments as an outgoing president.
No.
So it's kind of interesting because when you're on your way out the door of the White House, you can literally do whatever you want.
Whatever.
You could just go.
I'm a pee-pee.
Executive order, I want this to happen. You know, all the things within your power, you could just do on the way out.
What is within your power? Like, what's the most ridiculous? I want to change all the light bulbs to orange.
You could probably do something like that.
Horrible example. I want you to know if I had more thought to it and I was the president leaving, I'd do something a lot more funny.
Let the record reflect that Sabrina would like light bulbs to be orange, guys.
Yeah.
Well, the one that we brought up before on the show, I think, is paint the White House another color. And just on the way out, you're like, I decree on my final day, it's now the blue house or the black house.
We're putting popcorn ceilings everywhere.
You totally redo it in the ugliest fashion possible. And then afterwards, the next incoming president's like, oh, Jesus.
Damn it.
What do we got here? I gotta deal with this. So you could do all of these things on your way out of being the president within some reason, of course. And now, as a result of something that President Biden has done in his final days at the top of the government, they say unpaid medical bills will no longer appear on your credit reports, where they can block people from getting mortgages, car loans, or small business loans, according to a final rule announced this week by the Biden administration.
That's wonderful. Asking for a friend and other people on the internet. I thought that was always a thing.
No, it's still part of your credit history if you have medical bills. And I believe, and somebody correct me on this if I'm wrong, I don't even think that times out like a bankruptcy will. If you file for bankruptcy right now, it affects your credit in a very big way if you file for bankruptcy protection. But after 7 years, that disappears off of your record, so it allows people to recover over time and be able to access credit like other Americans. But medical debt can show up on your credit background searches. Argument being here that medical debt is not the same as actual debt from credits and other sources of income for people. This might mean a person got sick or injured through no fault of their own, amassed a very large medical debt, and then can't climb out from under that. To me, this is so much more sensible, forgivable, and understandable than saying you're going to forgive people's college debt. This is the one where it's like, I think everybody should be on board.
You signed up for it. I mean, just the same as a loan when it comes to, just like you were saying, something that you need to get done or it's an emergency. And if you don't have insurance, that's even more atrocious of a debt.
You're screwed.
But then there's some confusion with insurance and you have that stuff following you. So I think what I got confused though, Sean, was not necessarily doesn't affect your credits. There's no interest. Is that maybe? Because I remember there's always something about medical debt where it's like you can hold off on that, or you can, you don't have to immediately pay it because of ... And obviously I'm getting something wrong and I can't be the only one.
No, there are things where you're not pressed to pay it, but and I don't believe that they can start taking your income, your earnings from a job what's that called when, like, for child support or whatever, where they, I can't remember the
backsies, I believe.
When they take these backsies your paycheck. There's another word for this that I can't think of right now. Withholding funds from your paycheck is not something I believe that happens with medical debt, but this is another step here.
Oh, you're talking about garnishing.
Garnishing your wages.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau rule that Biden just pushed will remove $49 billion in medical debt from the credit reports of more than 15 million Americans, according to the Bureau. That means lenders will no longer be able to take that into consideration when deciding whether to issue a loan. This is from CBS News. They say the change is estimated to raise the credit scores by an average of 20 points and could lead to 22,000 additional mortgages being approved every year. The Vice President, Kamala Harris, said in a statement, it will be life-changing for millions of families, making it easier for them to be approved for a car loan, a home loan, or a small business loan. Nobody should be denied economic opportunity because they got sick or experienced a medical emergency. But the Reuters news agency points out Tuesday's announcement came despite demands from Republicans that the Biden administration stop issuing new rules with President-elect Donald Trump set to take office. So they're like, whoa, slow down. We got a new president coming in. You can't do this. And they're like, nope, I'm doing it on the way out right now. It's happening. I agree with this here. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, we'll call them the CFPB, they said medical debt is a poor predictor of an individual's ability to repay a loan. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, the three national credit reporting agencies, said last year they were removing medical collections debt under $500 from credit reports. So they had previously removed anything under $500 that you owed from credit reports. And now, because of this, they're going to remove the rest of it if it's medical debt on these credit reports. I think it's good. I don't think that's something that's indicative of whether somebody's going to pay back a loan. I don't think that's something that people, you should look at people and say, you've done something wrong here. I think it's much more excusable than student loans, which in a lot of cases, you went to school for some weird esoteric topic and you got a degree in something that won't actually make any money for you. And now you want everybody else to bail you out on your $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 in student loans. That is not as fair as going, this person was attacked by a shark and now they have $100,000 in medical debt on their head. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Zephyr Spiker on YouTube says, want to know what a hospital charges for want to know why a hospital charges $6 for a single aspirin? Because of people that don't pay their bill. It gets passed along to those who do pay. Kind of like
seems low.
Shoplifting affects retail prices. Zephyr Spiker, that was actually a change, I think, back in the 80s and 90s where consultants came on to hospitals. And this was catastrophic. There were two things that truly screwed up our healthcare system in the United States. One was after World War II, employers were trying to encourage people to work for them. And so these employers tried to offer more things. They're like, we'll give you the wages that are higher. We'll give you more time off. And guess what? At this company, we'll pay for your health insurance. And after World War II, the demand for that tied almost inextricably employment to healthcare in the United States of America. So almost everybody gets their healthcare from the job that they have. Mm-hmm. So, which is not a good thing in the long run. The other thing that happened was in the 80s and 90s, these hospitals leaned into these consultants, and the consultants said, what you have to do is a level of pricing where you mark everything up like crazy and send over huge bills to the insurance companies and see what they'll pay. And they started to do that, and they noticed that they were doubling their profits. And so they just continued to do that. It's not really actually about the uninsured people. That's not what makes anybody's insurance higher. It's about the hospitals versus the insurance companies. And they try to bill the hell out of them, and the insurance companies try to be as stingy as possible in what they
And the majority of people, the customers, are trusting that everyone else is doing their job. Especially in an emergency situation. I can't tell you the amount of times that people have, I've seen videos like, go through your detailed, like your itemized list for the bill.
It's crazy.
And say, why did you charge me $75 for a Band-Aid? And they'll take it off. But it's stuff like that people get screwed over.
I actually think the $6 aspirin is way too low. Like that would seem fair on an invoice compared to what it is.
I got a guy.
No, I'm saying, using that as an example, I wouldn't say $6 aspirin. I would say $600 aspirin.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
I'd say something much higher.
I was thinking at some point when Ashley was in the hospital one time, they were giving her Advil at like $20 a pop.
That's so insane.
For one pill? Just one?
You could
It was
Eats.
for 3.
Okay.
So $60.
Oh, what a time. Okay. Well, what do you think? Should they do this? Medical debt, should it be banned completely from your credit reports? Give us your thoughts with the dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. When we come back, road rage once more.
Wow.
What's happening here? You're going to find out. This is a wild story. We'll go over it together in just a moment. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
13 chances per day at $1,000 begins Monday at 9 a.m. and is brought to you by Mills Air.
There's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound near Orange Blossom Trail. I believe multiple lanes are blocked. The off-ramp to Orange Blossom Trail is being affected, and traffic is backed up from Osceola Parkway there. Authorities have moved that accident off to the side on I-4 westbound at US 92. The right shoulder is blocked there, and just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Real Radio and Tuffy's Music Box proudly bring you Clash of the Titans. January Justice, a rematch. MWO champion Amber Nova taking on IWN champion Hollywood Haley J. Both champions are putting their titles on the line in an epic battle for domination. Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Ringside seats are limited and will sell out. Secure your spot now and witness every slam, suplex, and smackdown up close. After the match, join us for the Monster After Party featuring DJ Angel of Boom, comedy from Ryan Holmes, and performances by Savannah, Angelique the Dancing Queen, and Daisy Del Toro. VIP upgrades available now at RealRadioMonsters.com. January Justice, the rematch, and Monster After Party are sponsored by Mills Air. Get your tickets today.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, then
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Meekum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
New year, new you. But wait, you gotta have money skills to crush those new audacious goals you just made. The How To Money podcast is just what you need if you're feeling weighed down by debt or need some financial advice and inspiration.
That's right. We're best buds, and our show is all about giving you the information you need to succeed. For money advice without the judgment and jargon, listen to How to Money on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search How To Money and start listening.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Some news incoming here in just a moment, and you can always join us on the show. It's very easy on the Share the Show Tuesday. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to learn more and share the show at thenewsjunkie.com/share. Well, news coming in right now. This was not on my bingo card. I'm not sure if it was on yours, but
I haven't printed my out yet. What happened?
Here we go. So, incoming President-elect Trump has made an announcement on something that he's planning on doing, and let's listen in. Let's see what he says.
Oh my!
You guys really in trouble? A lot of trouble. Very dangerous place, and we're going to be announcing at a future date pretty soon. We're going to change because we do most of the work there and it's ours. We're going to be changing sort of the opposite of Biden, where he's closing everything up, essentially getting rid of $50 to $60 trillion worth of assets. We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers.
We're changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, baby.
Priority list is a little bit different than I imagined.
What? This hits what I said yesterday, though. The maps. The maps and the globes. We're going to ruin them all here. Now we got to change the Gulf of America.
Does Mexico have any say in that?
As we've experienced in the past, there was once a very prominent news story where they were changing the name of the Sears Tower to the Willis Tower.
Right.
Willis. And whatever station we watched when we talked about that decided there should be a live feed of the Sears Tower. Do we have a reaction shot from the Gulf of now America?
I don't know. We might have to look out there. But he's saying we're changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Write it down.
The Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
Beautiful name.
And it's appropriate. It's appropriate. And Mexico has to stop allowing millions of people to pour into our country. They can stop them.
Okay. Do you think...
Is this a bargaining chip now?
Do you think that there is a chance that he might have just held back a lot during that first term, and now that he does not have to be reelected for a second term, it's just full Trump?
It's going to be wild, man. If Canada becomes part of America, Greenland becomes part of America, it's the Gulf of America now. Just gobbling up stuff all over the place.
I feel like there was a country that tried to do that once.
Which one?
I don't know. I have to go back to the history books.
You headed towards a Germany comparison here?
I never said that. I said I have to go back to the history books. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been in school.
Seems like that was the direction.
Don't you dare assume. Makes an ass out of you and me.
The Gulf of America, baby. It's happening. It's our Gulf anyhow. What makes Mexico the person that gets the country that gets to take credit for this Gulf? Unbelievable.
Like there's a wiki page on that. Why was it named the Gulf of Mexico?
It's tough though. Like C-Lane said, when they changed Twitter to X, how many people still call X Twitter? It takes a while before you get people to change these kind of things. Will you say the Gulf of America? Is it ours anyway? Look at all that coastline we got.
All right. So a little bit of backstory on the Gulf of Mexico. It was nameless up until recently, the early 1540s.
All right. Yeah.
Before that, considered part of the Atlantic Ocean or North Sea. The Spanish name most often used for Seno Mexicano, which means Gulf or Bay. So it has been used in, of course, maps and documents. Sea of the North was used by Europeans in the 1580s. Gulf of Mexico formed about 200 million years ago when Pangea, separated. But as far as the change in the name, it's been quite some time. Everyone's kind of been going by that since the 1500s.
I think this is a misstep. I do. And I'm going to tell you why. Why do this with the Gulf of Mexico when we can take the inarguably much larger Atlantic Ocean and name that the American Ocean?
Yeah.
And we have way more coastline over there. And we could say this whole damn place over here is the American Ocean.
Yeah, but why stop there? Let's change the Red Sea to the Red, White, and Blue Sea.
Too far away. We don't have claim to that. We got to have some coastline. Well,
we're
when we do
picking
get
some
that,
stuff up right now, are we?
we're playing the game of Risk right now. You got to pick up more territory as you go. And right now, we are going to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. What do you think? Let us know. There's got to be somebody out there who thinks this is a good idea. I think we should take the Atlantic Ocean instead. I just think it's more territory. If any ships from other countries come over into the Atlantic, we'd be like, how dare you enter the American Ocean? This is ours over here.
Oh, so now we're claiming ocean space.
Yes, the Gulf is just too small, I'm suggesting. I think we need to aim a little bit higher than this. Maybe he'll readjust. We shall see. All right, over to this story, which is essentially about road rage, but it brings up so many more things. And I challenge you to find who the bad guy is in this video. This is a video that's currently under investigation right now by the officials in Los Angeles. And it features a ton of teenagers or younger people on bicycles. Have you seen this yet? And a guy in his Mercedes. And so this guy's cruising down the road, and he encounters one of these bike takeovers, which are annoying, obnoxious. And I'm not talking about where bike riders just go, hey, we're out here, pay attention to us. I'm talking about where hundreds, if not thousands of kids take to the streets and just run around, do whatever they want. The Mercedes driver ain't having it. Check this out. Here we go. All right, All right, what you're hearing is a dirt bike that is following around this Mercedes as it weaves in and out of hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of younger people on bicycles. Swerving around them, coming very close.
This is a little dangerous, man.
Big time. Honking at him.
Hey, move! Hey, watch out! Watch out! Watch out! What?
Good God. I mean, that's reckless, dude.
There's just an endless crowd of these young folks, and this guy is losing it. He's losing it. He's on the horn.
It's not like you can drive like that legally.
No, you can't.
So,
No.
I mean, as annoying as it is, you're putting a lot of people at risk here, and you would have gotten pulled over had that not been bicyclists and been cars. Like, you can't drive like that.
There's no good guy in this video, as I see it. I don't see anybody good. This person's out of their mind, melting down. Also, the people who are taking over the streets, it's obnoxious. They only do it because they know they have numbers and cops can't arrest everybody. You got to keep your cool, dude. Go another way. Go, tell your ways to reroute you or something. Go left at the next intersection. Don't do this. You hit one of them, you're done for. He's still cruising.
Hey, watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
He's driving around them.
Watch out!
Now, here's what happens afterwards.
Oh, damn.
They all follow him, and he stops at this spot, and all of these younger guys jump on his Mercedes, smash the windows, smash the windshield, and they beat the hell out of him. He just tried to run away from the scene, and as you can see here, they're like smashing his car and just jumping on the windshield and all this stuff.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say, hey, no, stop. You shouldn't do that to the, that's illegal. After he just tried to run them all down.
Yeah.
No.
And
Nobody's
don't feel
good.
bad for him.
Nobody's good in this video. It's just really bad behavior on display, and the guy's going to be in some big trouble, I would imagine. They said this is not new. In September of last year, a group of about 50 juveniles on bicycles ransacked a 7-Eleven. That's just a robbery, folks. That's not a flash mob or whatever they want to call it. This Mercedes driver, though, is now being investigated. You can see his license plate is clear as day on this thing. So I imagine he's probably done for, but let us know what you think. I say you got to keep your cool. You got to relax, man. You can't explode like this. But
I mean,
this
clearly
guy,
he's not thinking about the next step. Or
no, because what if they follow you like they did?
What if he hits somebody?
What if he kills one of them?
He takes off still? He tries to hit more people? I mean... I don't understand the mindset. Maybe I won't ever. I mean, I've certainly have gotten angry behind the wheel, but not to, let's see what happens next.
Well, if he hits somebody in this melee right here, if he hits one of them, is there any possibility that he can say, as you're watching him swerve in and out of these bicyclists, that he can say, hey, I actually thought I was at risk. That's why I was driving in and out of these groups of cyclists. No, you can't say that he's at risk. He put himself squarely in that situation.
Well, he's not trying to get away from them.
No, not at all.
He's trying to get through them.
Yeah, he could have done this at every single possible turn, but he just didn't. What do you think? Let us know. I'll put that up on See It Now during the break so you can see the video that started this whole conversation. And we'll get to you here momentarily. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. All right. Hang on. This is auto playing here in the background. Apologies. Over to this. Here goes nothing. Let's hear from Big Al talking about the bill to get rid of medical debt on your credit reports.
Good morning, News Junkies. Just not putting medical bills on credit is awesome. My wife, when we had COVID, was in the hospital for 28 days on a ventilator.
Damn.
We had insurance, but we still received a bill from the hospital for $1.3 million.
Oh, my.
28 days in the ICU on a ventilator. And our copay was $18,000, which still trying to pay that off. It's been 2.5 years. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Damn,
pop, pop.
That's brutal. $1.3 million.
Opening that bill.
Even when the insurance company cuts it down and it gets down to $18,000, it's still
seeing it on the line item somewhere. Just
is that something they say ahead of time though? Because I've been to the doctors where, I have a procedure coming up this week, and they're like, "Just give me a courtesy call of the estimate for you," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, really?
But did they do the same for this dispatcher? Like, hey, we just have a little quick estimate. It's going to be upwards of $1 million.
Somebody who's in the industry hit us up with a dispatcher and emailed the tips at thenewsjunkie.com. But my gut tells me in emergency situations, they just do all of the things. And then afterwards they go, how much money can we make off of this? And then they battle with the insurance companies. Weed Consumer on YouTube says, what he's saying, what he's talking about is this is happening all the time. These are roads for using cars, not for hundreds of thousands of kids to be walking down. That's not what they're for. You don't have to exaggerate hundreds of thousands. It's a lot of hundreds and hundreds of young people riding their bikes, and they shouldn't be doing it. And they should stop the street takeovers, and they should arrest the people who are involved in this stuff. And you need to start making people aware that they could get punished for this. But that doesn't mean that you road rage and put every one of their lives at risk. You do that at your own risk of screwing up, plowing one of them over, and going to jail for the rest of your life. It's just not good. But we'll still take your thoughts on it, so send us a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, there are a lot of things you're supposed to do when the police pull you over. There are things that you're supposed to do in terms of just general rules and suggestions. If you violate all of them, you end up like the next person who we're going to hear from on the show. And this is quite a doozy, so you don't want to miss this clip. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll talk about travel trends for 2025. We'll also tell you about the dreaded screw worm. We'll also do our first What'd You Do That's New. For trivia, it's tickets to Sarah Silverman and Toto, Men at Work, and Christopher Cross. And we'll end it up with It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Around the perimeter of I-4, no major problems on State Road 429 or the Greenway. Traffic is up to speed on I-95 on Florida's Turnpike. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident northbound around Orange Blossom Trail. Traffic is backed up from Osceola Parkway. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
The music we listen to all year long. The anthems that were our soundtrack for 2024. They not like us. And the stars who made the songs we love will all be celebrated.
Let's get it started.
March 17, live from Los Angeles. Coming back to Fox.
Be here as our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards nominees are announced Thursday at 9 a.m.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Our new and improved iHeartRadio app has made it even easier to enjoy the radio station's podcasts and playlists you love. How? Well, we've added everything you love about your car radio into the free iHeartRadio app. With easy-to-use presets, you can now save your favorite stations on the app, just like in your car. And with the all-new live radio dial, it's easier than ever to discover new stations you'll love based on your location or favorite genre. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
And Courtney went out with just a tank top on her run, and she says, I feel like I'm in a permanent cold plunge right now.
Why would you do that to yourself, Courtney?
She made a bad decision, and she says,
God.
She sends like a prayer thing, and she's like, maybe I'll get whatever those people are seeking when they go for their cold plunges. And best of luck. I'm not trying it.
Chafing.
I ain't going out there that out of your mind. What are you doing out there? I do want to talk about something. I mean, I got to get real on this one for a little bit here. When you're out there on the streets and you get pulled over for something, all right, let's forget what you're getting pulled over for. But is flirting a tactic that possibly could work? Can you flirt your way out of something, a speeding ticket or something like that? Is it a legit tactic to flirt a little bit with the officer to try to get out of it?
I think it's certainly used, but it's not a tactic for everybody. I think that there are some people who are great at flirting, and there are some law enforcement officers who are susceptible to said flirting.
But it's probably rare that you start flirting with the cop and the cop goes, all right, you know what? Charges dropped.
But like
Not
that is
doing
that's an instant decision, right? Unless I've not gone that route before, mostly because anyone who's pulled me over, like, I can immediately tell, like, you're not into me and I'm not into you.
You just do an immediate scan of the person. You're like, no.
So I've tried the, respect route. It has helped. I've done the, just be honest route. That did not help.
Yeah.
And there was that one time where they happened to listen to the show. And so
did that work? That works then, if they're fans.
They hated the show. Thanks a lot, Sean.
That one didn't work out. Celine, do you think we have a shot in hell of flirting our way out of some sort of... Yeah.
I would love to see this play out, if you don't mind. Can we just do a quick scene here?
If the cops pull me over, all right, can you play the cop and Celine will be... You're pulling over Celine. You're pulling over Celine right now.
I wish my voice changer was working, but I'm a lady cop. Sir, can I see your license and registration, please?
Yeah, here you go. I already have them ready for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know why I pulled you over?
I can't say that I do.
Well, you were speeding, and I also noticed that you don't have your seatbelt on.
Well, now you're just a liar. She's a liar. I don't.
Okay, that's not flirting at all. Yeah, you're arrested. And then, Sean, are you in the passenger seat just going,
I was watching and observing.
Okay,
and I
so
was
I'm gonna-
because I thought he made a strategic mistake, and then he made an even worse strategic
I'm gonna
mistake.
go ahead.
What was
after
my
that.
first strategic mistake?
You didn't flirt. You didn't flirt at all.
Yeah, try with me.
All right.
Oh, damn it! I'm getting pulled over.
You're just going to make it worse.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, well,
And
stop.
mind you, I'm just a law enforcement officer. Don't be weird about it.
I'm not going to be weird.
Can I see your license and registration, sir?
Of course you can, ma'am. It's a beautiful day. I'm sorry that I've interrupted your day with whatever I've done here. Here's my
Just
license.
need your
registration.
license. Perfect. Do you know why I pulled you over?
I may have been going a little faster than I should back there. I'm having a tough day. I've got diarrhea really bad right now.
Once again, this is not flirting.
How's
It's
that
grossing
flirting?
me out.
I didn't know if you were into that. Maybe I thought I would at least try it. Like
Every time I see a
All right,
really
sir, get
attractive
out of the
woman,
car, please.
the diarrhea just lines up.
I'm running. You can't take me alive.
And he's pooping himself at the same time. I need backup. 4-2,
It didn't
4-2.
work.
Yeah.
Didn't work. But let's see
luck,
how it
guys.
works. Let's see how the strategy works for this woman. She's a Hooters waitress from Sarasota, Florida, so that might help her out. And let's see if the cop is susceptible.
We're gonna make out here. We're gonna make out here.
No, we're not. Here,
Turn off the lights.
stop right there.
Turn on the lights. We're gonna make out.
Wait, stay right there.
We're gonna make out.
She's so drunk, this woman.
I heard workout or something else, but that third time around, she is proposing that they have a makeout sesh.
She's
Is
doing
that
that
correct?
wobble, that drunk wobble where you're like this, you're like going back and forth, and you go, "Oh, we're gonna make out. We're gonna make
You still
out."
have the clip of me saying we're going to be best friends because it's very similar as far as the slurs go.
Same kind of cadence this lady has. Let's see what else she says.
I gotta pee, bro.
I know. I have to pee as well.
Bro. I gotta pee.
I don't know what that tactic.
In her sort of plan of how the situation is supposed to unfold, is she going to make out with him and then pee? Does she get to go pee and then they're going to make out? Now she's got pee hands. I'm sure he has some sanitizer, but just I don't know that she's thinking this through.
No, I don't think she has.
On account of very drunk.
Yeah, I don't think she's thought this through, but she's going to try, and here's the full court press.
Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy.
Daddy?
He says,
Daddy? No.
I will do anything for you, Daddy, to the officer.
God.
And if you're the cop there, you got to go, all right, this body cam footage will be viewed later. So let me make sure I'm on like absolute point.
Now,
here
did
in
she
response.
say anything to the officer like, all the other guys here have been just sort of lame. You guys seem like fun guys. What do you do here? What do you do for a living?
You don't really want to arrest me, do you?
Daddy.
Like, what would be much better? She said daddy.
For me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy. God damn.
All right.
You in that suit? I'll do fucking anything for you.
Can you put your feet together
I'll put my feet together.
and your hands
Put my feet in it.
She's trying to make everything sexy. Can I put my feet together? Everything has a little swag to it. Everything is a little sexier. She's hammered, this lady. I think she eventually blew a .318. I'm amazed she's like upright, and she's kind of with it considering
You
that.
say, Daddy.
Okay. Now,
I'll
before
put my
we
hand on my
start...
hip.
No, I was grabbing my flashlight.
Oh, whatever you want, Daddy.
Okay.
Oh my God. Continues with the daddy theme.
Before we start,
Hey, fair shark.
are you wearing
Fair
contacts right now?
Are you wearing contacts right now?
No, I'm wearing glasses.
No, I am wearing contacts.
Oh, she's pulled up her. She's pulled up her sweatshirt to reveal her Hooters top now.
Oh no!
This is the advanced move that you're seeing here.
Also,
and
I mean, good for her.
It's a move. All of this. She's pulled up her top. You see that she's
Does that
working
mean
at
she got
Hooters.
that wasted at work?
Maybe, or after work or something, because now it's no question where she's working. It's going to be easy to track down the employer here.
Wait, you see this? I am wearing contacts.
Sophia,
Did you see this?
Oh, she's pointing
I
at
am
her
wearing
own breast.
contacts.
can you put your shirt down?
I am wearing contacts.
I'm wearing contacts.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Hold on, I want you to think for like 2 seconds.
I am wearing contacts.
Sophia,
You might have glasses, but I am wearing contacts.
Hey, Sophia.
What does this mean?
I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Like 2 seconds.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
I'm
What a
sorry,
move.
but I subscribe to her.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
She's like, she's lifting up her sweater to
Mm-hmm.
reveal her work outfit, which is filled, we'll call
Mm-hmm.
it. And she's like, I'm telling you right now, do you see these contacts? And she's pointing at her boobs.
Yeah.
She's like, you see these
I
contacts?
was like, does that mean she's nipping?
I don't know.
I don't know if she knew
What a
what she was getting
nerd.
at, but I like turning on him and calling him a nerd at the end. That's a fun move. She blew a .318 on the blood alcohol test.
Daddy.
It's 3 times the legal limits. You want to continue this journey? You want to take it somewhere else here?
That's almost 4 times the legal limit. That's very close if you round up.
That's very, very drunk. That's a lot of alcohol in your system. This one is another fave and a runner-up here for 2025. This one just happened in Murrieta, California. That's where this went down, and we've got some police body cam footage that's just been revealed. It was New Year's Day, excuse me.
What up, Dave?
The guy's name may have been Dave. I don't know. I don't have the name here. But New Year's Day.
It's like you got a friend that only drinks one day a year, and it is the last day of the year, but he goes so hard that he's earned the name New Year's Dave.
And that's why we don't drink with Dave.
You only get to see him. You only get to see New Year's Dave come out.
All right, tell me if you can spot what's gone wrong here in this body cam footage from Murrieta Police Department. Here we go.
Hi. My name's Officer Bridgewater, near the police department.
All right, the police officer has pulled up to this guy's car, and he's got the flashlight in his driver's side window, and let's see what happens.
Today you're being stopped for a DUI investigation. Do you have your license on you?
I do.
Okay. Where are you coming from?
I was just dropping off my friend because I'm the DUI tonight.
You're the what now?
It sounds like you were exactly right.
You're the what tonight?
Damn
it. I was just dropping off a friend because I'm the DUI. Now, of course, he meant designated driver, the DD, not the DUI.
Okay. Where are you coming from?
I was just dropping off my friend because I'm the DUI tonight, and I was dropping her off near the In-N-Out off of Temecula.
Okay.
And I'm heading my way back off of
Too many details.
You're the DUI tonight?
Yes, sir.
Oh, still didn't
You
catch
mean
it.
to say the DD?
No. I'm sorry. I had a beer and some champagne a couple hours ago, but
I bet you did. Obviously, he fails the roadside test. No surprise there, but I'm the DUI.
Shouldn't you have had the champagne 40 minutes ago? Because that's what it said at the beginning of the video, and it was 40 minutes after midnight.
Oh, man. I'm the DUI tonight is a brave thing to accidentally say to a police officer. What do you think? Let us know. And do you think flirting actually works? Like, can it be a successful tactic? Maybe not to get you out of DUI, but maybe a speeding ticket or something. Has it worked for you? Let us know. Send us a video dispatch or audio dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, let's see here. We are going to play a couple of dispatches very quickly, and then we're going to find out what's coming up on the next episode. Here we go. Let's go over to Onomatopoeia with a podcast listener dispatch. Okay.
Good day, junkies.
Hey.
I've missed y'all and Fritz and Josh. And the good thing about being a podcast listener is you can see which episodes you've missed completely. And while you were on hiatus, I found the hot dog hooker episode. How in the hell did she not win like best clips of 2024? Anyway,
hot dog hooker.
I don't know.
Love y'all are back. Wiggle, wiggle with your wiener.
You know what we need to do? Wiggle, wiggle with your wiener, I think. That was a weird end.
Good fun way to wiggle.
Sealand, you have the MOLIS. Would it be entirely out of the question for you to put like another section on that same sheet where we can keep track of clips? So when we do our award show at the end of the year, we have like a legit one, and I don't have to Google and try to search for YouTube videos, because I think I'm the designated driver, I'm the DUI one, could definitely be up there. And even the Hooters waitress girl. Those could definitely
Just
be.
the end where she's like, you're a nerd.
You're a nerd. Hooters waitress, DUI, and...
but also Trump naming the Gulf of Mexico Gulf of America. We've got a lot of contenders just in one day.
That's what we want, though. We want a big list of contenders. So at the end of the year, we can look at all of these and we can battle them out for Clip of the Year. That would be very, very cool if we could do that. So, all right. And folks, if we're playing great clips and you remember this, then just say something or type it in chat and we'll put it to the list. One more. Here's another podcast listener, Daddy Fat Stacks.
Hey, podcast listener here, man. Just wanted to comment on the temperature. I'm up here in Buffalo, New York.
All right.
It's pretty cold, but I can't give you guys any pro tips on how to stay warm because I still sleep with a window open and a fan on.
That's sick.
Just us Northerners, I guess we're built different, but I lived in Florida 20 years, so I get it. When you guys say it's cold, when it's 40s and 50s, it's just a different kind of cold, but you adapt. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Daddy Fat Stacks. Appreciate that. All right, what's coming up on the next episode?
Speaking of fat stacks, what's coming up on the next episode? Miss Rachel has a new subscriber, and he's like, are you teaching me the ABCs? And the 1, 2, it's Robert De Niro, guys. Yeah, I think we've got our Bam Margera of 2025 already, and let's just say he's going to have a lot of time to improve at home. Plus, what you gonna do when the entire Intuit Dome boos at you, brother? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at CoolToday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Today's going to be one of the coolest days of the winter here in Central Florida. Our high just 55 degrees. Despite the sunshine, it's not going to feel very warm this afternoon. The breeze out of the north at 15 miles an hour, making it feel pretty chilly. Tonight down to 40 for our low, but we'll cool down to about freezing as you head up toward Ocala and Gainesville. For tomorrow, highs closer to 60, but still cool. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Well, did you know most people struggle to keep their New Year's resolutions? No surprise there. Maybe they just need Future Health, the best online weight loss program backing them up. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. And Future Health couldn't be easier. Just take their quick 3-minute survey, and then if you're approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. Yeah. All for less than $3 a day. You'll get access to leading weight loss meds like GLP-1s and have Future Health's network of over 6,000 licensed physicians and pharmacies nationwide supporting you along the way. New year, new you. And all it takes is a 3-minute survey. Just visit tryfh.com. tryfh.com, tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
You don't need a New Year's resolution to lose weight. You need a solution, and that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Discover the power of semaglutide and tirzepatide, the breakthrough GLP-1 medications that are transforming lives. You'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without feeling hungry or deprived. That's huge because it makes it easier for you to lose weight. And that's what we do. At Red Mountain, we specialize in medical weight loss. It's not a hobby for us. We've helped over 1 million people lose weight, and we can help you too with quality GLP medications that cost less than half the price of Ozempic. Visit us in person, online, or skip the doctor visits altogether, and we'll ship the medication direct to your door. Act now for a limited time. Save $100 on any GLP-1 program and get our lowest prices of the year. Find your weight loss solution and lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Hey, Leesburg! This Friday night, get ready for a night full of fun and excitement at Town Square. Join us from 5 to 9 p.m. for live music from Harrison Davis. Experience the vibrant atmosphere of our evening market, a delightful mix of local vendors, unique finds, and delicious treats. Savor a drink, indulge in ice cream, or grab a savory snack from one of our downtown delights as you stroll and explore all that Leesburg has to offer. This Friday, discover Leesburg. For more details, visit leesburgflorida.gov. See you there.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll go on a wild ride, and we'll do that here in just a moment. Don't forget, you can always email the show if you want to be anonymous. I've got some of those emails to get to, in fact, in a moment here. tips@thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS@thenewsjunkie.com. And on to Share the Show Tuesday, follow us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share for all of the ways you can follow us. Instagram, Facebook, all of those good things.
Is TikTok still going out in a couple of days?
TikToks, yeah, TikTok's a thing's out there. It's a thing's out there. It's a thing. It's a thing out there. Yes, all the platforms. You can find them for all of us, myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane over at thenewsjunkie.com/share. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Can I put my feet together?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Maybe.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don, who is really good at dancing and not as awkward as I was, for those of you watching on the stream. And I want you to know when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, that process could be awkward. But not when you go to That Mortgage Guy Don. You go to thatmortgageguydawn.com. It's very easy to start the process. Any question that you have, direct access to the man himself, and just overall great guy. Great life advice. Knows how to throw down a whiskey if you want to. I mean, that's kind of just between him and I at this point, but I'm sure if you develop a... I'm going to stop talking. Here's the jingle.
You said it on the radio.
What? That Mortgage Guy Don. What did I say on the radio?
You said the thing.
What's the thing?
Thing about the whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just like, I don't know if you compare your quote at thatmortgageguydawn.com means you automatically get to have a whiskey with That Mortgage Guy Don.
No, there's some steps in between that, I think.
It was a mere 16 years ago, 2009. It was a big award show, everybody. You know it. You love it. It was the choice of the people's.
People's Choice Awards.
That is correct. 1 point for Sean. And on this day in 2009, Meryl Streep's version of Mamma Mia won Best Song from a soundtrack at this award show. Alicia Keys won Favorite R&B Song with No One. Katy Perry took the pop category with what song for 2 points?
Kissed a Girl.
Oh,
I Kissed a Girl.
Oh, 1 point taken away. Both of you got a point. Split it because it was I Kissed a Girl.
It is, damn it, man.
But it was the hip-hop category making all the girls dance with this song and this person.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the name of it. Nope.
Get Low. No.
It was Apple Bottom Jeans.
No, that is incorrect. Oh, get rid of the get. And it's just
low. Flow Rider.
You guys are now. Brother. He was at the top of his game and almost beloved for quite some time, but people are not fans. And it's not a great time to have a bunch of not fans when you're introducing the brand new 10-year deal with Netflix and WWE. They started that Monday night, the debut on Netflix for the World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, they had shown off, the company at least, that there was over 17,000 people in attendance.
Wow.
Over in California, the Intuit Dome. And they said we have a lot of appearances, including Hulk Hogan, 71 years old. He was there to promote WWE's deal with Netflix, as well as his new drink, the Real American Beer.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately for him.
He's had that for a while, though. I didn't think that was that new, was it?
No, but it's the only thing he's promoting besides the Netflix deal. And instead of cheers and beers, you got a whole lot of booze. Hit it. Cut out 23 seconds of continuous booing. You can keep playing the clip because your clip has all the booze still, and then he finally gets to talk. I am not completely sure.
It can't be a Trump thing because I think overlap between Trump and wrestling fans is probably pretty big. I would guess.
Maybe, that might be the case. I mean, it was brought up in this article, the 2012 sex tape Gawker thing that went down, but I don't remember that really tarnishing his reputation.
Do you think the location has something to do with it? Because the Intuit Dome is in California.
Okay.
So maybe if the wrestling crowd does overlap with the Trump crowd, it may not do so in such
California.
a blue state.
I just think when it comes to wrestling, for an event like this, you're going to get at least half, if not a little bit less than half of people traveling. Like, wrestling fans is a whole nother ball game.
They love wrestling, man. They are big into this stuff.
Yeah, so I'm not saying the reason why, just fans online reacting to it. One person said it has restored their faith in humanity. Another at the event claimed those in attendance were booing Hogan like it was a sport. Here's a clip from one person in attendance with the booing.
Damn.
It's a lot lower. But for it to pick up on his mic, probably some audience mics, that entire stadium was rumbling while he tried to talk. So Best of luck, Netflix. Super excited to see what happens next. They did a new survey study has found, and I think it's probably a weird way to kick off the new year with some positivity, but nevertheless, a weird trend in movies has been developing over the past 50 years, and there apparently has been an uptick in characters talking about murder. Murder and killing, and both together, even when the plot has nothing to do with actual crime. Researchers from the University of Maryland, the University of Pennsylvania, Ohio State, what's their thing?
I-O.
OHIO?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
the call and response sort of.
Gotcha. They study over 100.
You really wanted some air there.
I got murdered in the throat.
Like you were fighting for it.
They surveyed over 160,000 English language films from 1970 to 2020, and they said characters in non-crime movies are talking more about killing and murdering today than they did 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So murder is hot, people. Jump on the trend. They say that characters in crime movies, the increase hasn't been as steep, but it's still happening. We found an increase in violence across all genres. They say our findings suggest that references to killing and murder in movie dialogue not only occur far more frequently than in real life, but are also increasing over time. And to that, Detroit says challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the murder capital of the world these days?
I don't know. Let me find out. I'll Google it for you here. Let's see.
Or the U.S.,
murder.
rather.
Actually, hold on. Let's use our AI here. What is the murder capital of the United States of America?
All right,
we'll get a
20
response.
seconds?
It says not going to be 20 seconds. It'll probably be around 7 or 8 seconds, and they're going to tell us what the murder capital of the world actually is.
On 30 seconds here.
It's what I'm looking for, information-wise, just generally speaking.
The murder capital of the world is Sean's house.
Oh, no. Oh, it crashed on me. All right, broken. I'll fix that later.
Someone who was not murdered but forgot to turn on his safety is a rapper by the name of Too Low. He's from Texas, and now he is in a too awkward of a situation. Man, that is my segue into it. He was on a podcast recently, and he was joining Mike D for the season 2 premiere of One-on-One with Mike D. Creative name. Too Low was discussing his career and plans for the future when he stuck his hand into the front pocket of his jeans. Typically for pictures, what I do that for, thumb sticks out, or perhaps I just do the whole thumb and 4 fingers out, but I make sure that my gun's not in my pocket. Not the same for Too Low. Hit it.
All right. The funny thing about this, by the way, is the host of this, he's so shell-shocked by this, but eventually he realizes, oh, this is a big moment. Let me make sure I get my plugs in for my podcast.
Without a
Here
doubt.
he goes. Let's see.
And choices we got in life, those were your choices.
Oh.
Who shot who?
First of all, he doesn't know. Who shot who? Who's been shot right now? Who shot who?
Somebody got shot? Lo, you good, Lo? I hope.
Lo, you good?
I hope.
Should.
They're looking around. All right. Now I think he just realized. Okay, this is a viral moment. A gunshot went off during the podcast. Here we go.
On the dirty third, one-on-one with Mike D. I thought my nigga shot me. Everybody good?
Is Too Low bleeding right now, or he's just in shock?
I don't think he is, but I don't know how he's not. If you have a gun in your pocket and that fires, it's still going to hurt, right? Like, at the very least, just the burn from the explosion of the bullet would not be comfortable.
Well, because typically the hot casing would pop out of the gun somewhere, but if it's in your pocket, it just stays in there and burns a hole in your pocket.
Ooh.
Well, I'm glad he's okay, and then, of course, I'm glad that Mike D got his plug in.
I realized that sounded like the thing you just said, but I was talking more about the casing than the hot gun itself.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm talking about the muzzle flare, and you're saying, actually, you got 2 problems there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just I would say leave it in the back pocket and don't touch it, but I'm no gun owner rapper. On the boob tube.
You're a gun owner, though. Half of that.
We have a lot of season premieres, some 13th season, some 2nd season, but there is a premiere that's the most important. It is the Kelly Clarkson show in which me and my girlfriend will be in the audience.
Oh, nice.
So keep an eye out. They're going to have Jim Gaffigan, this gal Rose, and then you. I mean, I do believe I'll be sticking out like a sore thumb. So if anyone catches it, please send screenshots and video.
Do you remember what you were wearing?
We're the only ones wearing all black.
Okay,
Everyone
so
else is wearing Christmas turtlenecks, without a doubt.
All right, keep an eye on that.
I'm excited. We also have Deal or No Deal Island, Kitchen Nightmares, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action on Netflix, and Pamela Anderson will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, lots more to get to on a Share the Show Tuesday. We'll look further into what's happening at the CES 2025 show, which is a consumer electronics show, and they have way more stuff that's been released now, including one gadget that I think I might have to drop some big money on.
Are you going to share? What is it?
I think I need to have this thing. I need to have this thing. I'm saying need when it's really want, but we'll talk about it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The NFC South Division winning Tampa Bay Bucks host the Washington Commanders in the wild card round of the playoffs. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1 and our free iHeartRadio app, and is presented by Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's a couple accidents to look out for on the roadways here. There's an accident where Vine Street meets Nova Road, an object in the roadway on I-4 westbound near Lake Mary Boulevard. The traffic lights aren't working very well on Colonial Drive eastbound at Alafaya Trail, and there's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching Orange Blossom Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm
This report is sponsored by thenicklygroup.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenicklygroup.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers listen to, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
New year, new you. But wait, you gotta have money skills to crush those new audacious goals you just made. The How To Money podcast is just what you need if you're feeling weighed down by debt or need some financial advice and inspiration.
That's right. We're best buds, and our show is all about giving you the information you need to succeed. For money advice without the judgment and jargon, listen to How to Money on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search How To Money and start listening.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media, even twice as many teens than TikTok. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers listen to, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Start the new year off right by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Fibrex doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors will last longer without the need for frequent replacements. And they're customizable. Choose from a variety of styles and finishes to match your home's aesthetic, with each product custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. Here's what Tiana had to say about her experience with Renewal by Andersen. I am beyond impressed with the work done by Renewal by Andersen. The quality of their products and the expertise of their team truly exceeded our expectations. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen to anyone looking for high-quality doors and windows. Thank you for transforming our home. For January, Renewal by Andersen is offering save 20% on your entire project, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. It has killed hundreds of thousands. Many of its victims didn't even know they were getting fentanyl. Such a tragedy. This is Robert De Niro. One of those tragic deaths was my beautiful grandson, Leo. He was just 19 years old. Fentanyl doesn't care, but you do. Join us in the fight against fentanyl. Find us online at ladrfoundation.org.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, and a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose 1, 2, or all 3. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Right back at you. We're officially launched into 2025 for the show. And hello to all of our new listeners out there, no matter where you are, including some of you in Albany, New York. We're happy to have you on board. And many more that I'm sure we'll add over the course of the year. But the latest, our friends at WGY in Albany. So thanks for letting us into your life. And if you want to reach out, you can always send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com or an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
Sean, I'm getting shamed, and I don't like it. I'm getting.
Do you deserve it?
I'm getting. I don't think I do, but I don't know where you land on this because everybody right now, this week, nationwide, everybody has an opinion on this.
Okay.
Do you know what he's talking about, Sabrina, or no?
This week.
What's going on this week? What are we talking about the most? Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
And then I've been accused, even though this is horse hockey, I've been accused of banning Ashley from turning the heat on.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you have that power.
I believe her.
Hold on. What has gone on in your household as related to these lower temps? Has there been a discussion, or is this something that's already baked in, like you guys have your rules with each other, you and your wife?
Well, no. I mean, we've got a different house. We've got the baby. I understand things are going to be different, and I know that eventually I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go, the heat is on.
Okay, but that's for 2 seconds.
Well, whatever. Also,
so you are banning her from doing it.
I can't ban her from doing. I can't control whether she gets up before I do. I can't control whether she walks over and turns the heat on.
But tell me this, riddle me rather. Do you have the type of air conditioning that you can control from your phone?
Sure.
So what you're doing is,
I haven't locked her out on it. There's no key code on it.
but you're changing her, going back to AC.
I am asleep.
Wait,
when you
hold
wake
on.
up.
In both of your households, starting with you, Sabrina, real quick, is there one, you or your girlfriend, who's like the person who sets the temperature, or do you go back and forth?
I set the temperature for the most part, but
you're the temp queen. Okay.
It's a very old house. So when it comes to cold weather, if I don't put the heat on, I will wake up and it's 60 degrees in my house. Like, it'll be colder in the house than it is outside at some points. And then, so the animals suffer a little bit, and so do I.
In your house, C-Lane, are you generally speaking in charge of what the temp is?
I think we just both kind of,
you both go at it.
We don't really.
Seems like you guys are arguing about it.
It's not something we fight over. She was just trying to gauge. She was trying to get me to give a number, like what would be the number that we set it at, that if it goes any higher, the heat kicks on for a little bit. And I don't 60. She was trying to get down to like 67. Well, I get maybe.
That's not
67
bad.
inside your house is pretty cold. That's fairly chilly inside.
I wonder if the app tells me what it was inside this morning. Like, is there a temperature history?
Yeah,
You have the same thermostat that I have.
I have no control over it, C-Lane. Unlike you guys, I have lost and I've relinquished any manner of control over whether it's warm or cold inside this house.
I mean,
I have in the
just
studio.
have one I have to change the batteries for, so I don't know what it's like to do it on the phone.
I have my own microclimate in the studio, so I can set in here what things are like. Out there, it's all chaos. I have no control over it at all. But she doesn't. Courtney does not like the heater either. She's like you and me. I don't like when I smell it. I don't want that in the house. It's bad.
Understand. I just don't like being so cold that I can't get out of bed.
It is a tough time. This is the time where if you're going to do it, now is where you would go, hey, I think we can argue that we need to kick the heater on right now. Have you done it, Sealand, or have you turned it back off? Where are you at right now?
Neither of us has tried turning it on.
What's the temp right now in the house?
The temp in the house right now, 66.
That's
cold, chilly. It's cold inside, dude. Unless you're bundled up, that's pretty damn cold to be inside
and I'm
the
sure
house.
Lexi is in Fort Lexi right now. She just under every cover there is, and she loves it.
All right, let's go over to CES 2025. That is the Consumer Electronics Show. It's generally in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's where they launch all the big tech that will impact us in the next year or so. And there's already one that I think I'm going to have to throw down some money for. I think this is a piece of tech that I dig.
So you're answering my question already, but sometimes when I think about CES and you say all the big tech that's going to influence or that's going to affect us in the next year, I always think they're usually unveiling the most expensive, newest technology. So it's not going to impact me for a few years.
Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes they push to market faster than you would imagine, and they get this stuff out there, and then they go, hey, would you like to have this fancy gadget? Put this on your wish list because it's coming out very soon, sooner than you might imagine. This is the one that already I'm on board with, all right? This is the only smart mirror thing I've seen so far that I dig. Here was their announcement video. Let's see what we can learn from this. Okay. Stand on it's called Omnia, I guess. You stand on a little platform and you're right in front of this smart mirror. Scans your body.
Okay.
This is not even real yet.
Gives you a health score, gives you your sleep analysis.
How does it know that?
It must be hooked up to something else for that. It must be, or
like the stuff you have that already gives you that information,
like an Oura Ring or an Apple Watch. Gives you your BMI.
You get a choir of angels, though.
Your live heart sounds.
Cool. And then
your
what?
weight tracker. Your all of the health things. It tells you.
Great.
Are you dying? I want it.
You want it, but you know you're not going to look as peaceful as this woman in the demo video, right? It's going to be you screaming into it.
All my meters are red. And they're flashing.
Get off it. Get off it.
It's all pot, like weight gone up, BMI gone up, and it's pleasant if you're in great shape and you're taking care of yourself. And otherwise,
all white.
I think it's kind of cool. 360 deep health screening is what they call that
and
one.
You're doing
from
that every
Omnia.
day.
Maybe when it comes out, it's like C-Lane pointed out, it's still just a prototype.
It said, I don't even think it's a prototype. It said concept product in that video.
Yeah,
it's just an idea of a. What did President Trump say in the debate?
Concept of an idea.
Concept of a plan or concept of an idea. I think it's a great idea. I think smart mirror technology could be a lot cooler.
It's got a ways to go, I think, still.
Well, because I mean, all of the coolest smart mirror stuff I've seen have been people building their own, and that's a huge barrier to entry in the smart mirror thing.
For the smart mirror, it can't tell you about your sleeping. It can't tell you about your blood pressure. I don't think it can tell you all those.
It could if it's synced up with all the stuff that you're using to track that already. If it's synced up with your Apple Health, which would take stuff from your watch, or like you mentioned, the Oura Ring, almost called it the Nuva Ring.
That's just a dashboard then. That's all that is a dashboard. I want the device to do all the work. I want the mirror to monitor all this stuff.
Well, then they have a long way to go because I don't know that there's any technology that you could stand on something and it tell you your blood pressure.
Okay,
not yet.
Even if you could have that technology, is that something, I mean, for your psychology, your psyche, your mental health, that you should be standing on and looking at every single day, becoming obsessed with?
There's various schools of thought on that. There was times where when I was like doing keto and losing a whole bunch of weight that I would get on the scale every morning, and then I would tell Ashley what it is, and it would annoy the hell out of her because she was like, could you cut this down to once a week or less?
I get on the scale every morning, every single morning.
I did, and then I put it away for a little bit.
Well, you don't have as much reason as I do to get on the scale right now. I went up during the break to 209, which is out of control, off the hinges, off the reservations, all of the things. And so each day I get on and I go, did I make any progress? Now I do a little cheat. If the thing moves around between numbers, if it was hanging out like in the 206 region for a second, like it was today, it was like 206.5. Okay. And then it went a little closer to 207, but 206 is what I'm taking. I'm taking that today. I'm saying I got some progress so far, and I'm doubling down on that. But it's probably not good to do that every day. Here's the, it's not a Roomba. It's a Robo-Rock, but it's a Roomba-like thing that has an extra device on the side of it that Sabrina was talking about. Whoa! It's got an arm that popped out of it. Gonna pick up a sock.
Oh my gosh, why is it so loud?
It's so slow, too.
It's going to take forever. Look at all the dust it's going. It's not even cleaning up the other stuff.
and then it puts the sock down in the bin.
Listen,
I don't know if
you
this
guys
is
got a
useful yet.
long way to go. The Boston Dynamics robot could sneak up behind you and slit your throat, and you wouldn't hear a damn thing.
That's not great.
And the floor is filthy.
There's glasses that have an AI agent that can listen to live conversations, answer questions during meetings, and do live translation. That's pretty cool. That's probably part of the future.
And then it'll be part of a class action lawsuit in a couple years for listening to your conversations.
Project Digits by NVIDIA, a $3,000 personal supercomputer that's 1,000 times the power of an average laptop is another big one. A supercar, BYD, it jumps over potholes? No way. They're suggesting this car jumps over potholes.
Or lakes. What?
No way.
Yeah, okay, dude.
No way.
I can do the same thing.
They just had a car jump over a hole in the road, which I don't know if that's possible just yet.
Okay.
I'll put this up on See It
Can
Now
you
during the
keep
break.
playing that, though? Because it seems,
How's it flying? The car is flying. Very interesting. Oh, there's a bunch
now
of
it's going
spikes in the
through
road.
mines. It's going
and
through
it jumps
mines.
up. It jumped over the spikes.
No way.
Oh, right. I'm only telling you what they're telling me. It says BYD's supercar. See, look this up. The Yangwang U9.
Where are you supposed to get that serviced?
I don't know. Yangwang U9. How does it jump over potholes? See if you could find that out while I go through the rest of these very quickly. A pen with 3 cameras at the tip that turns any surface of the world into a canvas.
That's going in a butt.
NVIDIA Cosmos, an open source lightweight video world model, blah, blah, blah. Portalgraph, a 3D projector. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually, where you could just project VR stuff into the real world. Samsung Vision AI TVs that come with real-time translation. So you're watching a movie and they automatically translate and make the mouths match up to whatever language you pick. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, let's see what they say in their promo here.
Teaches us new things? Or is it something that we've never watched before?
I'm listening, Samsung.
Now TV gets to know you, who you are, what you love, so you can explore so much more. Understand things in new ways.
That's just captions.
Yeah.
Let your imagination go wild.
Oh, the AI is like the wallpaper on the television. That's not very interesting. I want it to live translate the stuff. Let's see.
Made just for you, and you, and you.
And the dog.
This isn't just a new television. It's a whole new vision. Because the TV of tomorrow isn't about what's on. It's about who's watching.
The next big thing in television.
I didn't gather a whole lot from that program.
No, I didn't think there was
Yeah.
anything really breakthrough there.
No.
They have AI upscaling, instant content summaries, the ability to adapt to user preferences, and real-time translation, they suggest. Those are the
how
things
about
that you can get.
TVs that don't break after 2 years of having them and the warranty runs out?
Not in the dialogue that I'm seeing here.
All right.
Celia, did you figure out about that car that I'm going to put up on See It Now that is jumping over potholes? Did you find that at all or no?
What was it called again?
Oh, boy.
Didn't even look.
Yangwang U9. That's why I said it last time. Yangwang, YANGWANG U9 is the name of the car, and it was jumping over these potholes in the road. I'll put it up on See It Now so you can watch this. If this is real, that is a breakthrough. That's insane.
I'm just seeing videos promoting it. No one's explaining how it works.
Because that's what I want to know. If the technology actually exists that your car is driving down the road and there's a whole bunch of spikes and your car can jump over potholes.
So it's the suspension is what I'm gathering. And I imagine it's using the same technology as Tesla or anyone that has a crash. What's the word I'm looking for? Before you hit something, it'll stop.
Yeah.
Detection, crash detection.
Thank you. So it's using crash detection technology to see an upcoming pothole and uses your suspension to jump over it. Am I wrong?
This does look like it's a video of it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean of it really happening, not just a promo.
Oh.
So that's actually, so Sabrina's saying it's using the cameras in the vehicle. This makes sense. The cameras detect an upcoming problem, a pothole, a spike. But
the spike sounds like it'd be used for nefarious things.
But the suspension,
like if you're trying to evade the police, you get a car that jumps over spikes.
The suspension works in such a way that it actually can push the car up into the air.
They're calling it bunny hopping. And
that's astonishing if that's true. That's a breakthrough right there if that's the case. We'll keep an eye on that. I just put it up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com. David says on YouTube, doesn't Mercedes have a jumping car? Do they have a hopping Mercedes? I'm not familiar if they do, but maybe the world of hopping cars is more far along than I thought.
You can make any car a hopping car if you try hard enough.
I guess so.
Check the link out that I just sent you, and there's actually like a video on Reddit of it in place. Now, this is the cooler part, I think. In place, jumping up and down.
What?
Look at that.
Is this real? Look.
It looks like it's in a showroom.
Okay, hip hop did that a long time ago. Thank you.
It literally can jump. The car is legitimately jumping up in the air.
Hydraulics.
I've never seen it do that, though. I've seen one tire, pop back and forth like Snoop Dogg or whatever. But this thing is actually jumping up into the air there where it can clear things. And it is kind of like a bunny hop, actually. Maybe that's the future of vehicles. We'll find out. Let us know what you think and go check that out over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll talk about there's some interesting news literally spreading around in China right now. What's happening there? And there is a problem with a JetBlue flight that needs to be discussed. How did this happen? We'll go through this together and see if it's a danger for you. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
the monsters in the morning.
That's just weird.
Like the reason you don't eat cheetahs because they're fast, you can't catch them. But cows, we eat cows.
What?
I'm relating to you guys.
I'm sorry, what?
The monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
Watch out for an accident where Vine Street meets Nova Road. There's an object in the roadway on I-4 westbound near Lake Mary Boulevard. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Colonial Drive meets Alafia Trail, and there's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching Orange Blossom Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of John Moses Browning, the Mormon gunsmith who changed the world. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
You don't need a New Year's resolution to lose weight. You need a solution, and that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Discover the power of semaglutide and tirzepatide, the breakthrough GLP-1 medications that are transforming lives. You lose up to 15 pounds a month without feeling hungry or deprived. That's huge because it makes it easier for you to lose weight, and that's what we do. At Red Mountain, we specialize in medical weight loss. It's not a hobby for us. We've helped over 1 million people lose weight, and we can help you too. too, with quality GLP medications that cost less than half the price of Ozempic. Visit us in person, online, or skip the doctor visits altogether, and we'll ship the medication direct to your door. Act now. For a limited time, save $100 on any GLP-1 program and get our lowest prices of the year. Find your weight loss solution and lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Looking to the new year, right? Going to get healthy. A lot of people want to do that. How healthy is your heart? Do you know? Man, sometimes you don't know. Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. Life Imaging FLA can get you a heart scan and find out how your heart is. Early detection of heart disease is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. And I have so many listeners from the Monsters and friends of mine who have been to Life Imaging FLA, got the free heart scan, and found out they had blockage. Saved their lives. That is a true story. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Remember, there's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. And when you talk to them about the free heart scan, ask about cancer screening. That's super important. If you catch cancer early, it's an easier fight. If you catch it too late, not as easy. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
What's up, everybody? Adnan Burke here to tell you about a new podcast. It's NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here, and after playing 700 NHL games, I got a lot of dirty laundry to air out.
Each week we'll get together to chat about the sport that we love.
But we're not just going to be talking hockey, folks. We're talking movies, we're talking TV, food, and Adnan's favorite, wrestling. It's all on Le Table.
Listen to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers and start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Secret Show subscriber, thank you. Appreciate you. Learn more how to unlock Secret Shows is revealed over on thenewsjunkie.com. Very concerning when I saw this. Very concerning. I didn't know that this was as easy as it appears to be to do. But in the wheel area, the wheel compartment of a JetBlue plane at Fort Lauderdale's airport in Florida, they found 2 people dead on this JetBlue flight. And the flight was from John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York to Fort Lauderdale. This is not like from some weird third world country or something. So I wonder, how does a person end up getting up into the wheel well, up where the landing gear is on a plane?
It's like an old-fashioned stowaway?
Yeah, it really does feel like that. I didn't think that you would be able to pull that off anymore.
I mean, at least,
airport.
yeah, to get on the tarmac and I mean, are we positive the plane didn't come from somewhere else before it was in JFK?
It says 2 people were found dead in the landing gear compartment of a JetBlue plane at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, is according to WGN TV. The 2 people were found during a post-flight maintenance inspection on Monday. The flight traveled from John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York to Fort Lauderdale. This is a heartbreaking situation. We're committed to working closely with authorities to support their efforts and understand how this occurred. And a similar discovery happened at an airport in Hawaii when they found somebody in the landing compartment of a United Airlines flight that arrived from Chicago. So these are 2 airports that should be secure, New York and Chicago. Somebody must be getting out on the tarmac and crawling up into the landing gear of these planes.
Is there no way to access it from another part of the plane? And
I don't think so.
Basing this off of
are you
Netflix.
suggesting that somebody's inside the plane and then they climb down to where the wheels are?
Is that a possibility? Because
I don't
feel
know.
like how could you get through such a massive protected, what I would imagine, protected airport and not be caught? Two people climbing onto the landing gear.
Well, one thing's clear. This is not an accident. You don't accidentally go, whoa, how do we get into the wheel well of the plane here? You did this on purpose. You got there. But the question mark is, how did you even get access to that area?
Or
how did you get in the plane?
Maybe my new question, because I when I saw this story, I was thinking, well, why would you want to be in there in the first place? Is there some way of stowing people on a plane that people are trying or succeeding with that somehow failed in this situation?
Or
I don't know.
Were they dead already? Think about that.
It could have been, and this would be a very clever way to cover up a murder. It would be a clever way.
I'm just telling you, let's hear from the coroner first before we assume that these people climbed up there. Maybe they were dead.
You may have been watching a little too much Sopranos recently, and you're finding out ways to get rid of bodies here. But it could be that somebody said, we got to hook up at the airport. Let's just put them in the wheel well, and when they get to their destination, they'll discover them and think they were stowaways. Because otherwise, somebody jumped the fence at the airport, wandered around the planes for God knows how long, found the plane that they were targeting for I don't know what reason, crawled up into the wheel well, and they were so dumb that they didn't realize that they probably wouldn't survive that because of the oxygen levels. And the temperature, for that matter, up at those heights. So I don't know. I don't even know how one would get there. Sam on YouTube says, most commercial planes, you couldn't get to the wheels from a passenger section. Maybe from the cargo section, but you couldn't get from the passenger section. Melissa on YouTube says...
hold on. Is there a way to get to the cargo section from the passenger section?
I don't know.
According to Carry On, the new thriller from December of 2024, through the back.
You can do that?
Well, there's like a latch.
Yeah.
David Scott on YouTube says, wheel wells have to be sealed because of the pressure difference at 30,000 feet.
True.
But there must be a way that they're getting in here. Melissa says, is it a new hookup spot? I don't think that's the case.
I think if it is, let's shut it down because you die.
That's dangerous. We don't want that happening, and it seems like it's happening more often than you would imagine. How are these people getting into the wheel wells of the planes is the question I present to you. That seems like a security issue. Hit us up with your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com.
You know what's a little terrifying about the landing gear of a plane? And you guys might not like to hear this just because you guys hate flying.
No, tell us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But where I live is where the landing gear goes down.
Yep.
You know, in the flight path.
So you're saying where you are located, where your house is, in that part of the flight path, the planes are at the altitude that they're deploying their landing gear.
Yeah. Around my neighborhood and even sometimes as far south, and it's not that far south when you're flying a plane because it goes rather quickly.
Does that leave the potential that if something is up there, it could drop onto your house?
If there was somebody did they discover them on the ground next to the plane, or did they discover them in the wheel well?
It sounds like in the wheel well.
Stowaway. I'm going to find this out. Get into plane wheel well.
Also, it says the bodies were badly decomposed.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
How much decomposure can happen between JFK and Fort Lauderdale?
Exactly. They've been there. Nobody checked the wheel well before.
Let's investigate. Wheel well stowaways are individuals who attempt to travel in the landing gear compartment, also known as the wheel bay or undercarriage of an aircraft. Between 1947 and June 2015, there was 113 such attempts on 101 flights. That's a long time and not that many of those attempts. These 113 people were all male. Go figure. It's all guys. Not a single woman was dumb enough to try this. 113 people tried this, and they were all dudes and all under the age of 30. That adds up. There were 86 deaths, a 76% fatality rate for people who did this.
So we're going to keep trying next year.
There may be additional undocumented cases of wheel well stowaways. A further 19 incidents identified since 2015 are listed here, they said. They said there's considerable risk of death if you're a stowaway in the wheel well during all phases of the flight. Some have been unable to remain in the well during takeoff and landing and have fallen to their death. Immediately after takeoff, the landing gear retracts into the wheel wells with a potential crush to the stowaway. God. So if you're able to avoid falling out of the wheels of the plane and the wheels of the plane squishing you when they retract, then you have to still face hypothermia and hypoxia. So that means the cold and the lack of oxygen at the extremely low temperatures and low pressure at high altitude, as well as, and I didn't even think of this, hearing damage. It's so damn loud because you're not even in the cabin that it could blow your ears out.
So you gotta,
outside the cabin.
If you're going to do this, have to have a backpack prepared with all the things.
You would need something. You would need
proper
earplugs,
headphones,
oxygen. You would need
hand warmers.
Something. They said it's not common that people survive this. It's unknown how survivors did not perish from such extreme conditions.
Do we not want to follow up with them for the article?
One survivor. Okay, we got one. One survivor, Armando Socares Ramirez, who defected from Cuba aboard an Iberia flight from Havana to Madrid, Spain. He said doctors called him Mr. Popsicle because ice covered his body when the pilot discovered him after the arrival. He had boarded the plane when it was taxiing. He had a flashlight rope and wool to stuff in his ears. A companion fell out of the other wheel well before takeoff.
Oh, God.
And a third backed out at the last moment. After takeoff, he suffered...
Wait. There's only so many wheel wells. One person fell out. That was before takeoff?
Yep.
Yeah, while it was... Yep.
Yeah,
and
then somebody chickened out.
And then another person chickened out. You didn't think to check the third one? 2 of the 3 wheel wells are occupied or were occupado.
This guy made it. It said after takeoff, he suffered frostbite on his middle finger so severe it turned black, holding on until the wheels retracted, but then remembered nothing but shivering and shaking from extreme cold until he lost consciousness. It took him a month in a Spanish hospital to regain his hearing, but he reports no lingering medical issues from the experience.
Okay.
So 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah. Would have taken, 2 weeks in an English hospital, but...
That is frightening, man.
Got out of Cuba, though.
You can never flick somebody off again.
I'm still just curious as to how these people get there to begin with. There's so few of these attempts that there's actually I'm seeing a list of the individuals who did this.
But in the case of Cuba to Madrid, they're like, one person chickened out and one person fell, and then the captain discovered the third person, after the flight. Think there's any chance that captain knew the person was down there and was just like, hey, he's trying to get out of here. I'm not going to stand in his way.
Maybe. I would not recommend this,
and if the bodies in Fort Lauderdale were badly decomposed, shouldn't we be checking the previous airports that plane has been to?
I'm sure they're looking into this. The FAA, I'm sure, knows more about this than we do right now, but very, very interesting stuff. We're also watching a surge in illness across China. That sounds familiar at all? Mm-hmm. This is the human metapneumovirus. Human metapneumovirus, HMPV. An outbreak reportedly in China that has a lot of people paying attention on account of what happened last time, 5 years ago or so. This is not a new virus as far as I can tell. And I think there's a lot of appetite for panic everywhere. We're like, what's happening? Another one. It said, in light of the fact that instances of respiratory illnesses are expected to increase over the winter, China's Disease Control Authority earlier announced on December 27th it was monitoring a system for pneumonia of an unknown origin. And now there's videos of people in all the hospitals in China overwhelmed with humans who say that they have this. So don't freak out. Just keep an eye on what's going on here.
I heard you say the same exact thing before COVID-19.
I did. But who knows? I don't know what's going to happen.
Was it going to be wrong twice? Don't freak out, people. You're fine.
I think it's more likely that the media outlets want to hype this stuff up than we got another lab leak from Wuhan on our hands here. I think, but who knows? If China does it twice, then I'm calling it the China virus. I don't care. I won't even be apologetic about it. Full-on China virus. If you do this twice to us. Sorry, that's just the way it's going to go. We want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. Got a pretty wild anonymous email coming in that we have to read. And some police officers in big trouble. And this is insane what these cops did. You're probably not going to believe it, but thankfully we have some body cam audio that we could listen to together. We'll do that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you unclog the toilet?
Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now.
But until then, just tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
I'll take a big right on this one. Bo Nix led the Broncos to the playoffs in year one. Sean Payton once again working his magic, turned around a Denver team that was going nowhere post Russell Wilson. Bo was the 6th quarterback taken last year. The Broncos had $90 million in dead cap in the brutal AFC West. Nix, Payton, playoffs. All sounds perfect. I'm Colin Cowherd.
The fully electric EQS sedan from Mercedes-Benz is innovation on a magnificent scale. Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive hyperscreen. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQS.
Folks, good news. If you're trying to use your heater right now and your HVAC, your AC, as it were, isn't working, something doesn't seem right, or your electric bills have been real high, your power bills have been high in the last couple of months, that's a big sign that you might want to reach out to a really honest, amazing company named Mills Air. Mills Air, started by Leon Mills a long time ago, back in 1992. They've been doing this for 33 years now, and that's long enough that you know that they're a legit company. They're locally owned and operated. They're family owned and operated. They're fair. They're honest. They have preventative maintenance to come check out your AC right now from top to bottom. One of their expert technicians will tell you exactly what things are looking like, and that is great. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. And you can always turn to the experts at Carrier. You could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the number, 407-277-1159. Or remember this, if you got a problem with your AC, your heater, or anything, if you want to stay comfortable, millsair.com.
Football's heating up. The NBA is back. And on Hard Rock Bet, you can bet every sport. Even combine all your sports into one bet. One Florida bettor put $50 on a combo parlay and won more than $100,000. And they tacked on another $10,000 to that win with a daily profit boost. Promos every day for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. and happy 50th.
Find ultimate table game thrills at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club, Orlando's closest card room and premier destinations for poker, featuring Central Florida's biggest daily high-hand promotions. Hit the tables with $5 minimum bets every day. Plus, new members get a $5 first bet on us. Savor pub-style food and live sports while you play, featuring Vegas-style table games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Fortune Pie Gow, and more. Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club, where the action never stops.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
If your supply chain demands a flexible workforce, hire with Express Employment Professionals. With contract and full-time workers from Express Employment, you get the staff you need and manage contingent labor costs. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
3 best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
In just a moment. Don't forget, if you missed any of the show today, you can always sign up for the podcast on iHeartRadio, which is absolutely free. Get all the podcast links at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails and says, hey, junkies, I will try to keep this as short as possible.
For the next 45 minutes, I bet.
Over the weekend, I had one of the scariest moments in my life. I take medicine to help me sleep and have always sleptwalked since I was a kid. Saturday, after taking my medicine, I fell asleep in my bed. The next thing I remember, I woke up in somebody's yard and I didn't know about about 20 minutes away from my house. I had walked right in and they pulled a gun on me and called the cops.
God.
Anonymous says, luckily, I had contacted my wife, and she showed up the same time the police did, was able to explain to the police the same thing I was. I went to sleep, and I woke up there. I was lucky that the responding officers were veterans like I am and understood the sleeping issues it can cause. They explained everything that I said to the homeowner, who fortunately understood and didn't press charges. My question is,
shot you.
What kind of responsibility could I face if something similar happens again? He said, my wife and I have taken precautions to avoid this in the future. But he took his sleeping medicine. Wow. He woke up on somebody else's yard, and he didn't know who they were, and they pulled a gun on him. And he was like almost ended up in jail as a result of this, which is kind of wild, actually.
I can only assume this is the farthest he's gone in the sleepwalking.
He said 20 minutes away.
Just walked. Slept and walked. That's wild to me.
He may have driven or something. He doesn't say. He just said, woke up in somebody else's yard. I didn't know, about 20 minutes away from my house.
So I
walked in.
I've never dealt with sleepwalking. I do know people that have had this issue, and I mean it's gotten as severe as you have to lock yourself in the room.
And I would imagine.
And I remember they lived in Scotland and they were staying with me for a bit. And he was like, listen, one, just so you know, if you see me walking, don't try to wake me up. Two, if you can keep me away from any sort of electronics, because I tend to grab those and smash them while I'm sleepwalking.
No. What a
That'd
burden.
It is. I can't imagine. And probably absolutely terrifying.
Okay.
Now,
I have
off the bat, get an AirTag, my friend, and put it on your body.
That could be one thing that might be a little helpful, but I have some questions here because everybody's chiming in with stuff like Big Dumb Millionaire says, just strap a GoPro to you every night before bed. And a lot of people are saying, lock your doors, locks way up high on the doors. The problem is, this person is functioning in their sleepwalking. They didn't just fumble themselves somewhere. They got 20 minutes away. If you say lock all the doors, what if sleepwalking, you can still unlock doors? Then you don't really have much you can do.
Well, someone else has to do it. I mean, I can't imagine being living alone and being a sleepwalker.
Yeah, that's scary, man.
Wife is going to have to create new locks. Or, they have now like the digital locks. And I know this because every time I visit my parents' house, my dad has put on a new smart lock so I can't get into my own home or their home. And the latest one is fingerprint. And he uses fingerprints to get into the house or some sort of code. That might be something that's helpful for Anonymous here.
Could you do something like this? Could you have an alarm on your bedroom door? And that way, if the sleepwalking partner gets up and leaves the room, an alarm will go off and you'll wake up and you'll know I got to stop them right now.
You can do a very simple, here's the thing. What you just said is the guy's functional. So if you can have an alarm to turn on the bedroom door, he might be able to turn it off.
That's crazy. He's able to do that. That's a nightmare.
And kind of like, you don't want to go as far as chaining them, right? That would be a lot.
Well, to Anonymous, we would like to talk to you, right? When we want to get some more details on this, I'd be interested in just figuring out
what's
what's
see some footage.
Yeah, I want to know more. And Anonymous, if you'd be willing to talk to us, we'll bring you up on the phone. You can stay anonymous if you want. But I just love to hear that in your battle. And maybe somebody listening can help you out because they have more experience in this. So we'll put that out there into the world for you. And let me know if you're interested. Right now, let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of people who are out there clamoring for your attention in your case. But you deserve somebody who's going to listen to you and fight for you and be the attorney that you need them to be. You would not believe how fast this can all be resolved for you. And it's something you should do. You should think about yourself and your family and your future after an accident. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. This is nuts. Let me bring up the report that goes along with this because I didn't even believe it when I first saw it. This is from Channel 4. First Alert 4. And they're in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Let me bring the report up so we can get some more details on this because this is some really bad behavior from these police officers. And this is the body cam footage if you're watching. I'll explain it for everybody else. They call it an act of vileness and depravity. So brace yourself accordingly, I guess.
Former St. Louis cops walked away from a man they'd found in Forest Park. He was shot in the head, but still alive. The officers never tried to help, call for backup, or make sure that other people were safe. Complaints filed against them by the Attorney General's office, calling what they did an act of vileness and depravity. It's a case that we first told you back in November. Now, our chief investigative reporter, Lauren Traeger, is showing us the video tonight that's never been seen publicly, and we do want to warn you, some of what you may see and hear may be disturbing.
Okay, I don't even think you guys can guess the reason why these cops decided not to help this person out. Like, I don't even know if you would land on this.
I mean, I have something in my head that seems like an automatic answer.
What would you think it would be? The reason why they didn't help this person out?
It must not be. Or are they racist cops?
Okay, racist. All right. What do you think, Sealand?
Was this person who was shot in the head? Would it have inconvenienced them to help them out in some way? Were they almost off the clock? Were they didn't want to get any of that head blood on their cop uniform?
Maybe. Let's see. Let's go in. Hang on.
Wow. 5 seconds is the time it takes for two officers to find what they've been called to look for.
Damn, he right there. Somebody right there. Swear to God. No, he ain't dead. He alive.
He ain't dead. He's alive.
2023, still sunny in Forest Park at 6:20 p.m. A man lying on the ground, shot, but still breathing.
He shoot himself in the head? I don't know.
That's now former SLMPD officer Austin Frazier.
So they're looking at this guy's body like, did he shoot himself in the head? Okay, all right. They're examining things here. They're figuring out what's happening on the scene.
He is not wearing a camera. It's his partner, Ty Warren's, that is rolling.
All right. What's your guess?
No, I take back. I mean, maybe there could be, but did he poo-poo himself?
All right. We're going to find out.
Together, they make a decision.
We better take this motherfucker down. We ain't taking this shit. Let's cruise around and come back.
A minute.
Literally, they said, we ain't taking this ass. I get off in 30 minutes.
Oh, God. Really?
They didn't want... The guy's alive.
Oh, that's so messed up.
He's alive. They said, we ain't taking this ass. I get off in 30 minutes. This is the quote that we're looking at here. And the officer says, let's cruise around and come back. You know what I mean? Like,
wouldn't you still have to take it? Like,
no, Celia was right. They were like, we're just not going to engage. We're off the clock in 30 minutes.
But they're not, they're police officers. They're not EMTs. They literally just have to radio this in, right?
Yeah, that's what they were supposed to do right there. In that moment, they were supposed to radio the call in. There's a man here. He's not dead. He's shot in the head. We should help him out. And they did not do it.
And 10 seconds on scene, changing lives forever. Laughing as they walk away from a person and the public who needed them to protect and serve.
It's disgusting. It's really disgusting.
Former St. Louis County Chief Tim Fitch, now a police consultant, had been appalled when we'd first shown him disciplinary complaint documents filed by Missouri's Attorney General.
All right, here's the actual story. Let's get to this. It says, First Alert 4 investigates as they've obtained body camera footage showing two police officers from St. Louis Metropolitan Police walking away from a still breathing victim of a gunshot wound to the head because they did not want to take the call. The footage contains the body camera video of several responding officers throughout their response to the incident. It shows them go up and they see this person after a 911 call he placed. He's saying he was going to take his own life. They showed up at the scene. They found the person right there, and they did nothing about it. One of them said, we need to take this then. And they said, we're not taking this. I get off in 30 minutes. Let's cruise around and come back. The officers leave him with a gunshot wound and still breathing beneath a tree. Neither officer calls for medical help for the victim or tries to render any first aid. Neither officer reports to dispatch that the victim was discovered.
That's horrible.
Nothing on Warren's body camera video shows either of the officers try to find out or secure a firearm. So they left the gun in the park, in the middle of the park. Little kids could be walking around seeing this stuff. They just left it all there. They said, as the officers walk away from the dying man, Frazier says to Warren, they're going to find this and we're going to be like, oh, you found him? The other two officers can be heard laughing on body camera audio. Damn, that is just brutally bad.
I'm very curious how they knew to request this body camera footage. How did they know that these guys did it if it was such a cut and dry thing they could have walked away from?
Somebody must have routed them out.
Yeah.
No, well, someone called 911, right? Someone they were dispatched there. Then
the person who was taking their own life called 911.
And there was no follow-up to it. So,
no, the police arrived at the scene after this 911 call, and then they decided, we don't want to engage with this. We don't want to take part in this.
That's probably how they found out.
Yeah, then more people responded to the scene, and then it got worse from there. It says the third officer responds. The two officers drive through several city seats and return. They arrive just before another police officer does. In that officer's body camera footage, Frazier and Warren could be seen looking for the victim they had walked away from minutes earlier. So they're pretending now. The third officer then spots this person and notifies dispatch. He makes a priority to request that EMS come to the scene for a person still breathing with a gunshot wound. Other officers arrive shortly after and tape off the scene, and they look for a pulse, et cetera, but they pretended like they weren't the first one to the scene. And here's how much time passed. The person who was doing this called 911 at 6:13. The two officers arrived 13 minutes later. It wasn't for another 8 minutes that the third officer who finally helped him out arrived. So they let him sit there for 8 minutes, and they were fired, no longer employed by the police. Obviously, this is what the outcome should have been. Insane. Tell us what you think. Let us go to the newsjunkie.com. That's one of the worst ones I've seen like that. I mean, that's just really bad behavior that is inexcusable on any level. What do you think? Let us know. Plus, Waymo. Another problem with the Waymo. C-Lane said he liked him, but
loved it.
Maybe he wouldn't have liked this. We'll see what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Our Grand in Your Hand contest starts this Monday and is brought to you by Mills Air.
No major problems on I-95, the beach line this afternoon. Traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Colonial Drive and Oakland Exchange on I-4. In that Lake Buena Vista area, there's an accident where Vine Street meets Nova Road. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Colonial Drive meets Alafia Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Need a change this year? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an always quick but never rushed quality oil change. No appointment needed. Save $15 off your next oil change at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll get you back on the road in no time.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just 1 visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just 1 visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on creditworthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, and a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose one, two, or all three. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio 104.1.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Tuesday. And that, friend, means it's on you to spread the word about this very show. It's called The News Junkie, if you're new around here. And you can follow myself, Sabrina, or C-Lane by going to thenewsjunkie.com/share on a Share the Show Tuesday. A couple emails real quick. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails about this virus going around China. Deja vu. Am I worried? No, I'm not worried as of yet. But this person, Anonymous, says, my wife works in a medical lab facility, and she just told me today they're testing for this new virus that you mentioned, HMPV. It mimics the flu and COVID. It leads to upper respiratory tract infections just like the flu. Symptoms for most patients are cough, fever, and nasal congestion. If infected, the patient could develop more severe diseases where the lungs are infected with wheezing, breathlessness, and symptoms of croup, C-R-O-U-P? I don't know what that is.
Oh, the croup. Symptoms
of CROUP, whatever that is. Seems to me like the flu. That's what it sounds like to me. But, hey, I'm no doctor. I'm no physician.
Croup is a viral infection that causes a range of symptoms like runny, stuffy nose, fever, hoarseness, loud, harsh cough that sounds like a seal barking. Thank you, Search Labs AI.
That sounds rough.
Very contagious, though, especially in young children.
Fingers crossed. Knocking on all the wood. I haven't gotten sick in quite a while.
Okay, buddy.
My new routines are working. I got stuff going on here that's defending
you were sick
me.
Not too long ago.
No, it wasn't. No, I haven't been like sick with a respiratory infection, like a cold, in a long time, as far as I can think of. I started to get sick, I thought, the other day. I had like, not the other day, but at the end of last year. You know that like tickle you get in the back of your throat and you go, oh, here it comes. And Courtney got sick and I didn't get sick. My defenses are up. All these pills that I'm taking, they're the real deal. You might think it's a bunch of witchcraft nonsense that I'm taking, but some of it seems to be working. I wash my hands a lot. I spray sanitizer on my hands after I touch anything. Simple as that. Seems to be working.
All right.
Next thing you know, I'll get this stuff, whatever this damn thing is. What's it called again?
The coop.
Yeah, I don't want the coop, please. Croup. I don't want the croup. I don't want the coop or the croup. I want to stay away from it. Meanwhile, another anonymous person emails, and they were talking about the stuff as a physician that you see with healthcare. This person says, oh, man, do I have stories. I'm a physician. We provide care when it's needed in the hospital. We can't legally turn patients away. We rely on the C-suite folks, that's the management, to figure out the financial side. We're supposed to be shielded from it, but we often get caught up in the midst of all of this stuff. And they send over a story. They're saying, unfortunately, especially for patients who are poorly insured, administrators who are not physicians do become directly involved in treatment decisions, and costs do come into play. I can recall an administrator telling us one time, quote, we don't have to give everyone the Cadillac of chemotherapy. Sometimes we could provide less expensive therapies. It was a difficult thing to hear from somebody who is directly affecting medical care without being the one to provide it. Yeah, those in-between people can get real nasty because they don't have to look at a person in the eyes. They don't have to do the tough things that a doctor might have to do.
I did not realize that there were different brands of chemo.
Yeah, I guess there are. My mom did some of this stuff. There's like a red chemo, and I forgot the whole process. All of it's the same brutal stuff, though. But sometimes you get caught up in the machinery of this, which is, I think, the part of insurance, health insurance, that most people don't like. Though I do stand by the fact, I think most people in the United States upset with healthcare don't understand anything about how our system works. A lot of people who are really upset go, if you're poor and you don't have insurance, they'll just leave you dead outside the hospital. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way.
That's what the whole oath is about.
You know, they bring you in and they give any life-saving care. It's the stuff that's a little bit more on the fringes, and it's about making you jump through hoops to get to maybe the solution that you want, because the solution that you want is expensive. So they go, no, let's try this, and then this, and then this, and then and finally you get to the thing, because they try to make things as cheap as they possibly can. All right, we will go to you and your dispatches momentarily here. But a man filmed himself in one of these Waymo self-driving cars. This, folks, is going to be important to you, because in the future, when you hail that Uber, when you hail that Lyft that's coming to pick you up, there's a good chance in the next 5 years, there's nobody behind the wheel.
I'm not interested in that.
Just going to be an empty vehicle, Sabrina, that pulls up to you, honk, honk, and get in.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Shut the door, no conversation, no nothing, just a robot. C-Lane's done this. He's been in a Waymo in California before where they have these. They've approved them all across the country in different spots, and they're starting to pop up more. In this case, Mike Johns posted a video showing that he jumped in a self-driving Waymo in Scottsdale, Arizona, and then the car just started going to circles.
Okay.
Just went around and around and around and around and around. And he called the Waymo people, and they said, oh, hang on, we'll hit this. And they did a software update that got him back on track. But this is a peek into the future of it. You're not going to do that, Sabrina, if they say we are going to have automated driving in these vehicles. That's a no from you?
I don't feel comfortable right now with it. Mm-hmm. If they allow me to sit in the driver's seat and I don't touch it, I'd be a little bit more.
I don't know that you're allowed to sit in the driver's seat. You're allowed to sit in the passenger seat, and you're still not supposed to touch it. But I don't.
If it's going in circles, I'm going to touch it.
Yeah, but then they disable it, and you're not allowed to drive the vehicle.
To Sabrina's point, if she's in the passenger seat of the car, are there even any controls that she could use in an emergency? There are.
I don't know if they would work in what you would call an emergency. Like, how do you tell the car, hey, it's an emergency, I need to get behind the wheel right now and go?
I'll tell you what I saw, and I wish maybe you can Google it while I say it, but it was someone in a Waymo, two girls, and they were leaving the bar or something, and the Waymo decided to take a turn into a place that is not often with the general public. And as soon as they take this turn, there are like 6 people that come on each side and just like spray paint the car, break the windows, take out the headlights, windshield is shattered, and the car keeps going. And they have to get on the phone with customer service like, hey, your car just got beat up. And it was, they went on their merry way. Very dangerous, if you ask me.
I am a little hesitant about this, too. I share your concerns that C-Lane does not clearly share.
I don't know if there's any curse words.
I don't. This is a different one. I think this is somebody in a Waymo that's just stuck going in circles. So I don't know if there's going to be cursing. Stay by the dump button if you don't mind. Here we go. Let's see here. I would curse probably.
I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy.
Stuck in a loop.
Look at what it's doing.
On Monday, Waymo passenger Mike Johns
He's just going around.
Detour to the airport when his autonomous car kept driving around a small traffic circle in a North Scottsdale parking lot.
It literally was just going in a loop.
John suspects the area's layout led to the car getting confused. He says after several minutes of circling and about 8 laps, a voice came over the speakers.
I need you to tap my trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. The car is still...
That is a very... Hold on. That is an excellent, super valid point. If there is some sort of roundabout that in that video it looked more like a triangle than a roundabout, and that was confusing the Waymo computer into constantly making right turns, that lady should be able to, put in a password. I mean, maybe this would freak people out more, but in my head, she should be able to
control it.
Yeah. Pick up an Xbox controller.
Can she not,
and assume control of the car. I think probably.
I think it's third party.
That's got to be something that's possible. It's got to be something that's possible.
Let's see what she says here.
Dense press 300 plus, but am I able to control this? Is somebody playing a joke on me? It's like people are the experiment.
We reached out to Waymo for comment Saturday. They haven't responded. On its website, the company says it's on a mission to be the world's most trusted driver.
Good luck with that. This ain't inspiring a lot of confidence right here.
Minus 2 points. Thank you.
So these women you were talking about, is like they went to like a ghetto, a bad neighborhood kind of place, or I'm trying to know what the
dark alleyway.
Dark alleyway.
It seemed like maybe a neighborhood the car was not welcome in.
Waymo robbed, maybe is what I look for, because there are a lot of videos that come up when I search this on Twitter. This guy tried to steal a Waymo. That's not a good idea.
A man is facing charges after making his way into a self-driving car in downtown L.A. The Waymo vehicles are typically unlocked by cell phone.
That is a bold move to try and steal a self-driving car, seeing as it's also a self-stopping car.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cops.
There's a lot of equipment.
Look, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cops are taking this guy down for stealing the Waymo.
With a paid reservation, the LAPD is not sure how the man got into the vehicle overnight near the intersection of South Hill
So glad
and
the
5th
news
Street.
crew got there in time.
Officers say he tried to drive the vehicle, but he couldn't get it to move.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's kind of part of the whole thing. They've got some problems out there in paradise with Waymo. It doesn't always work out the way you would want it to, unfortunately. And there's been people who have committed robberies. This is another recent one. Somebody robbed a place.
Trying to flee in a Waymo self-driving car. Police say they responded to a call that a suspect had robbed the Ralph's grocery store on La Brea Avenue and 3rd Street. Multiple cruisers followed the Waymo once the suspect got in. As soon as police activated the emergency lights on their cruiser, the Waymo pulled itself over in Arlington Heights.
Oh, that's a flaw in your plan, buddy. You thought having a Waymo as a getaway driver is going to be brilliant. Nobody's ever considered this before. But they respond to the flashing lights by pulling over. So they got you on that one, unfortunately.
Is Waymo more expensive than Uber?
I couldn't really judge because I don't know that we took too many Ubers in San Francisco. I think we tried to just take mostly Waymos because we wanted to try out because it was a cool technology. So I don't know. I would say that it's probably cheaper because you're not tipping anybody, because I'm sure as hell not doing that.
Yeah. All I know is it's better than what I did when we came back from our break from vacation. We were leaving the airport. You guys, Courtney has never been so mad at me. She's never been so mad at me.
I know the story, but I want to hear it again.
She said,
it's so good.
She goes, should we just take a cab, a taxi, instead of waiting for an Uber? It's always kind of awkward to wait for an Uber, especially when it's later at the airport here. And I said, okay, let's go get a taxi. We had done this in New Orleans and every other airport I've ever been to. There's a huge line that you get in. There's a line of taxis. You get in the taxi, you go. It's so simple.
Right.
And I expected to do that here. But we get out of the airport and we go over to the taxi line. And the lady goes, oh, it's been a little hard for them to get in today. So you're going to have to wait. It might be a while. And she goes, what's that driver doing over there? And I go, oh, this driver's available? And she says, yeah. And so I went over there immediately. This is our out. we go over, and this is a woman in a minivan. She's got her minivan. It's full-on gypsy cab. Full on. Like, we're not even really pretending this lady is on the grid. She
should not be at the airport, mind you.
No, should not have been at the airport and should not have fooled the taxi driver lady that was like, oh, what's this lady doing? The lady is, when we walk over to the vehicle, very large lady. Very, very large. And she's leaning
We're talking seatbelt extenders?
450 plus, probably. 500.
Disappeared.
Yeah. Very large lady. And she's leaning into the passenger window of her own van, and I come up behind her. I go, "Excuse me, ma'am," and she doesn't pay any attention at all. And I go, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you a cab? What's going on here?" And she goes, "Huh." And she sounded a little like that.
Teku cabo de solo.
she points to the back of the van, right, and starts hobbling over. And I see, she's been tending to the car seat. There's a baby car seat in the passenger seat of her van cab.
As opposed to?
There's just a car seat there, in the passenger seat of her van. And she points to the back. And so I go around to the back of the car with our luggage, and Courtney is looking at me with eyes as big as saucers. And she's going, "What are you doing? We should not get in this car with this person. This is dangerous right now." And I just have a smile on because I'm like, this is going to be a journey here. So the lady doesn't help at all. I have to load the bags up into the back of the van, and then I shut it. When I try to open the side door, I can't get in because the seat is all the way forward, and the lady comes around making noises, and she gets the chair to go back. And where to? And we tell her where we're going, and she like slaps the dashboard a couple times. I look over. The baby seat doesn't have a baby in it. The baby seat is full of supplies. She's pulling water bottles out of there. She's drinking. She's got a little snack she's eating on and putting it back into the baby car seat.
Get in the car.
And we go down the road, and you guys make fun of me. You think I drive slow? This woman was on the interstate at about 30 miles an hour.
I go faster for you.
She's not saying anything.
Okay.
There's no radio on, no nothing. You hear her breathing. You just hear the breathing of this woman in the driver's seat. She's not saying anything. Dead silence in this car in the middle of the night, 30 miles an hour on the interstate. And I'm trying to catch eyes with Courtney because I think this is the most exciting thing ever. And she's just scared as hell. And the lady pulls up to the house.
Your house.
She goes, "Hold it $2.
Hold it $2.
And I go, "Okay." And I give her the money. And then we get out of the car, get our own bags out, and see you later.
You have cookie for me?
It was like a creature, man. It was so bizarre.
Baby.
I felt so strange. It was so silent in that car, and I kind of like that.
Me, at least
I did. We tipped her. We made sure we tipped her. I think we tipped her $12 or so.
Not enough.
I'm sorry. I did my best.
Not enough. I come back. You paid her $54?
I think so, yeah.
You can round up to $60, you monster.
We were thinking there's no way this lady is going to accept debit or credit cards. So
I have debit machine in my bosom.
Courtney goes, I got cash. She grabs it, and we pay more because we know, I don't know what's going to happen with this afterwards. Gypsy cabs.
She's not going to chase you down.
Plot
I love
twist.
Gypsy cabs.
She loves the show. Huge fan.
She might. She's just in character.
I feel really
the whole time.
horrible.
Oh, she was great. I love Gypsy cabs. It's so freaking exciting.
Can you call it Gypsy cabs?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Gypsy's a bad thing.
Off the radar. I don't think it's so bad. I think a Gypsy cab's fine.
I accidentally took an unofficial cab in the past, and I did not know it until, 1, speeding really bad, ran a light. 2, no meter. And I was like, "Hey, pal, where's the meter?" And he's like, "It's going to be, how much do you have on you?" I'm like, "Get me out of this now."
All right. This lady had one of those meters, Sabrina, but can you look on Amazon? You must be able to buy one because I swear to God, what she had must have been purchasable on Amazon.
I'm sure you could buy a cab meter.
She just
and you
slapped
could even
it.
$2.
She slapped the thing. Yeah, she slapped it like 4 times until it got to the right price per mile. And then she's cruising down the road. You just hear her breathing.
You want the water bottle?
I look up Gypsy Cab, and there is a company in St. Augustine called Gypsy Cab Company.
Have you been to St. Augustine?
A legit cab company called Gypsy Cab Company. Illegal taxi cabs.
Using inappropriate words in St. Augustine, I'm sure.
Sometimes called pirate taxis.
Oh, that's a fun word.
Gypsy cabs or jitney cabs. I have not heard of that one, jitney cabs.
That
but
doesn't
these
sound
are the ones.
either. I'm going to go with pirate taxi.
They're off the radar. They don't have any kind of legal ability to be doing this stuff. And it's so much more fun, folks. If you ever get the opportunity, go for it. Just get in one of the unauthorized cabs.
Yeah, if you don't mind getting absolutely ripped off, go for it. It's cool.
I had fun.
Come into my cab. Give me cash. I take baby seat. Put water in there.
Still don't understand so much of what happened on that ride.
You cutie, give me a kiss for discount.
No, I gave her no kisses. I wasn't kissing that lady. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into your dispatches.
Whoa.
Plus, 911, we got a bananas situation going on here.
In the tailpipe?
What's going on? We'll find out together. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Travel with caution. Vehicle fires blocking multiple lanes on Colonial Drive westbound at Cricket Club Circle. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Colonial Drive meets Alafaya Trail. Police activity are closing all northbound lanes on John Young Parkway between Carroll Street and Hunters Creek Boulevard. Just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Green Beret that other Green Berets look up to. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Great news, my business-owning friends. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and small business administration loans. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. So don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Well, did you know that Future Health offers affordable weight loss meds for less than $3 a day? That's right. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest, and you can discover a new you in the new year. And all you need to do is take a quick 3-minute survey. Go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. You can get started right there. And if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. I mean, you'll be connected with qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s. And with Future Health's network of over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide, you'll feel support every step of the way. So go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media, even twice as many teens than TikTok. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week, starting January 27th. Join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
New year, new you. But wait, you gotta have money skills to crush those new audacious goals you just made. The How to Money podcast is just what you need if you're feeling weighed down by debt or need some financial advice and inspiration.
That's right. We're best buds, and our show is all about giving you the information you need to succeed. For money advice without the judgment and jargon, listen to How to Money on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search How to Money and start listening.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
I love it.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
It's so easy to use.
The live radio dial, presets, scan, plus lyrics, podcasts, and your favorite artists' radio.
Just type it in, and there it is.
Now it's even easier to discover what you love.
I love my presets. Adding presets is so much fun.
This looks really nice.
Just in time for the new year, the new and improved iHeartRadio app. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
Very cool update. 5 stars, guys.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new.
Just you and the 3 best friends you never knew you had, as we go through all the viral stuff happening on planet Earth. And my, oh my, is today a day that gives a lot of stuff out there today. Absolute banger of a press conference earlier. Just
what was the time there? Because every time I looked up at the TV in the studio, he was still talking. So an hour and a half?
A while. I got some of the highlights, I guess. So we'll go over a couple of clips. We'll do like a grab bag segment here. But I promised this, so let me get to it. very quickly a story that they said was a, quote, bananas situation.
B-A.
Absolutely banana situation. Deputies responding to reports of a monkey. And they found a monkey in a pink tutu that was on the loose. It was a spider monkey, which on the list of the 5 cutest animals that are monkeys, spider monkey is up there. I like the spider monkey.
Spider monkeys, macaques are cute.
They're very cute.
And what's that? I mean, they're so tiny that if it wasn't for their tiny monkey face and giant tail, you would think it's a rodent. They have giant eyes.
Man.
They're now a popular pet, at least according to my TikTok algorithm. And they are they're so cute. Someone help me out. Chat.
Hang on. With your hands, how big are these monkeys that you're talking about?
I would say the size of a hand.
Oh, that tiny?
They fit in the palm of your hand.
Oh, my God.
And they're adorable.
Your dog Carl with one of these monkeys would be so amazing.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine that monkey riding Carl like a dying horse?
Yes, I could.
Or just the TikTok of them being best friends.
Oh, my
tiny
God.
Tiny monkey, giant eyes.
I don't know this one.
All right. Okay. Absurd creature of the week is the first picture comes up, but that's the one I'm thinking of. Tiny primate. Give me the damn name.
People are saying marmoset, but I don't know if those are that small.
Capuchin?
Tarsiers?
Oh, I don't know. This one in particular was a spider monkey that was in this story, and the cops got brought out to the scene to handle this. Let's see what happened.
Well, here's something I never thought I'd say. A monkey in a pink tutu is now in police custody.
Oh, look at it.
It happened after the monkey made a daring escape from its owner's home near St. Louis, Missouri.
Pause real quick.
Picture.
Why did we need 4 cops?
This is serious.
Okay.
This is a serious situation. In Jefferson County, Missouri, they were focused on this monkey, and they wanted to make sure everything went well. So we brought all the cameras out, all the officers out, and they got this thing. It's cute. It's making a face.
The capture. Local sheriff's deputies found the spider monkey sitting calmly in a grassy area, still in its tutu.
Oh, how cute.
They say it took a while to coax the monkey to safety, but sure was a fun adventure.
Oh, I'm going to put this up on See It Now right now so you can take a peek.
They did shoot it.
They did. They killed it afterwards in cold blood.
Threatening.
You can never be too safe, the sheriff said. And then he massacred the monkey, unfortunately.
Cold blood matted all over the pink tutu.
But they opened up the trunk. They got to use the big guns. So they, wait for riots.
Bananas situation is what it's going to say. It's up on See It Now. If you'd like to take a peek over on thenewsjunkie.com. What a cute little monkey there for you on a Share the Show Tuesday. All right, let's keep ripping through because, as I said, grab bag. Trump said a lot of stuff at the press conference. So just in case we missed some of this, let's get back to it. Here's one of the clips. This is Trump talking about Canada. So if you're keeping track, playing a little bit of a game of Risk here. Canada is in play, may become part of the United States of America, possibly Greenland as well, maybe the Panama Canal. And we heard earlier that Trump wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. So those are some things. But here he is talking about Canada.
The leader of the Conservative Party in Canada said, under no circumstance will ever be the 51st state.
Maybe he won't win, but maybe he will. I don't
point. You had suggested.
Listen, I don't care what he says.
But Sir Lopez, you were considering military force to acquire Panama and Greenland. Are you also considering military force to annex and acquire Canada?
No.
All right. Are you going to use military force to annex and acquire Canada? He said no.
Economic force. Because Canada and the United States, that would really be something.
Oh.
You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like, and it would also be much better for national security. Don't forget, we basically protect Canada. But here's the problem with Canada. So many friends up there. I love the Canadian people.
I love them.
But we're spending hundreds of billions a year to protect it. We're spending hundreds of billions a year to take care of Canada. We lose in trade deficits. We're losing massive. We don't need their cars. They make 20% of our cars. We don't need that. I'd rather make them in Detroit.
All right. He's saying we'll use economic pressure to possibly take over Canada.
Why do they make 20% of our cars?
I don't know. It's just where we import them from. They probably have facilities where other car manufacturers put them together there, I would imagine. I'm looking at the Canadian military just in case this comes down to it. Active personnel in the Canadian military, 68,000. Reserve personnel, 27,000.
Whoa, military age 16 to 60?
Weird.
Yes, yeah, they have to keep it open in Canada. They need to keep you around for a while.
What's our top military age?
All right, let's see. U.S. military.
I feel like it's up there.
United
Higher
States Armed
ranking.
Forces. All right. Founded 249 years ago. 18 to 25. So we're
That's
only
like
18 to
draft
25.
age, though.
15 million people available for military service. Those are people 18 to 25. Active personnel, 1.3 million. So we got Canada's not looking good for you, if I'm honest. So we'll see what happens. We go over to this now. Here's Trump talking about rain. Let's see what he says.
These people are crazy. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them. They also want to go back, and they have already started that, to when you buy a faucet, no water comes out because they want to preserve. Even in areas that have so much water, you don't know what to do. It's called rain. Comes down from heaven. And they want to do no water comes out of the shower. It goes drip, drip, drip.
All right.
There you go. What else do you need?
He's complaining about the faucets that suck. I'm with you, brother. And the showers, they try to make it so our showers aren't as good as they used to be. Just drip, drip, drip.
No,
it's not
slower.
enough.
A lot more pregnant
Drip.
pause.
Hold on, I'll let him recreate this so we know exactly how the drips went.
It goes drip, drip, drip. So what happens?
That's it. That's how it goes. What else do we got him saying? Because
I had a friend like that, Mr. Kramer. He gave him a new shower. Didn't go well.
Seinfeld reference. Here's some more.
All hell must be paid if they don't release the hostages.
All right, they're talking about the hostages now from Israel and the October 2nd attack.
Well, do I have to define it for you? Look, all hell will break out. If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given them back a long time. They should have never taken them.
They should have never taken them. That's true. Yeah. So all hell going to break loose there. Now we got the Panama Canal that came up. Let's listen in.
Greenland and the Panama Canal, so forth. Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is? Are you going to negotiate a new treaty? Are you going to ask the Canadians to hold a vote? What is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you. You're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this. We need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military.
Imagine living in Canada or Greenland right now. You're like, whoa, what's up? What's happening right now?
Just enjoying the new year. What the hell?
Greenland, we're coming to get you, I guess.
Drip, drip, drip.
Just some drips from the faucet. You wanted more than that, but that's all you got. And C-Lane saw me watching this clip during the break, so I might as well pull these two out. Somebody caught that in Squid Game, the new season that's out right now, there was a bit of an issue in one of the scenes that they did not catch, I guess. And you can see right here, there's a cameraman that is absolutely in one of the scenes, which I guess they made a mistake of adding in there, which is a clip that's going viral right there.
God, that almost never happens these days.
They usually work that out, but this is somebody
You
in there.
could digitally get that out of there, too, you'd think.
It's quick, though. They didn't see it. I'm putting this up on See It Now so you guys can see the visual, obviously, here. And we'll run through that on the break so we can have everything ready to go when we come back for the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll talk about travel trends for 2025. We'll also tell you about the dreaded screw worm. We'll also do our first What'd You Do That's New. For trivia, it's tickets to Sarah Silverman and Toto, Men at Work, and Christopher Cross. And we'll end it up with It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, today is one of the coldest days of the year as far as our high temperature goes. We're only going to top out at 55 degrees with partly cloudy skies through the day today and a breezy north wind, obviously feeling colder than that Tonight down to 40 degrees in Orlando, but as you get up toward Ocala and Gainesville, closer to freezing. No freeze issues, though, for the Central Florida I-4 Point South Corridor. Although tomorrow, highs closer to 60 degrees. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Green Beret that other Green Berets look up to. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of player. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
You don't need a New Year's resolution to lose weight. You need a solution, and that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Discover the power of semaglutide and tirzepatide, the breakthrough GLP-1 medications that are transforming lives. You'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without feeling hungry or deprived. That's huge because it makes it easier for you to lose weight. And that's what we do. At Red Mountain, we specialize in medical weight loss. It's not a hobby for us. We've helped over 1 million people lose weight, and we can help you too with quality GLP medications that cost less than half the price of Ozempic. Visit us in person, online, or skip the doctor visits altogether, and we'll ship the medication direct to your door. Act now for a limited time. Save $100 on any GLP-1 program and get our lowest prices of the year. Find your weight loss solution and lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Hey, Jock, let's go to the Scottish Highland Games. Oh, aye, the Central Florida Scottish Highland Games, January 18th and 19th at Central Winds Park in Winter Springs. The Scottish pipe bands, the thunder of Highland athletes, the beauty of Highland dancing, Scottish food, drink, gifts, and the best Celtic music ever. The Central Florida Scottish Highland Games, January 18th through 19th in Winter Springs. FLAScott.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey, Leesburg! This Friday night, get ready for a night full of fun and excitement at Town Square. Join us from 5 to 9 p.m. for live music from Harrison Davis. Experience the vibrant atmosphere of our evening market, a delightful mix of local vendors, unique finds, and delicious treats. Savor a drink, indulge in ice cream, or grab a savory snack from one of our downtown delights as you stroll and explore all that Leesburg has to offer. This Friday, discover Leesburg. For more details, visit leesburgflorida.gov. See you there.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
All right, it's January. You know what that means? New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Philatosky Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Philatosky Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
HOA and condo board members, fiber internet has never been easier. Bluestream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
The The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Up for a Tuesday. Thanks for sharing the show if you did that today. If you didn't, you still got time. Follow myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane all across social media over at thenewsjunkie.com/share.
Just a couple more moments till my big daytime TV debut.
Oh, it's happening at the top of the hour here?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Everybody grab screenshots of that if you can. If you're watching on Kelly. Is it called Kelly?
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
You're in for a real treat because I went full face acting with it. I was very excited for the artist who I had no idea who they were.
Was the overall experience kind of fun to see a show like that?
Oh,
live?
yeah. And I was nerding out, like, as someone who loves entertainment, seeing the behind the scenes of it all. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
And great to see our friend Ruben.
Did she talk to people behind the scenes, or did
she had
Kelly
some
Clarkson...
chats? We had a moment in which I was like, hey. But I talked more with Ruben, so I'm hoping that she saw me talking to Ruben. She knows Ruben, so later on, super cool girl, the goth over there.
Hey, from all three of us, myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane, to our very good friend, Jeff Fritz Ilgenfritz. Happy birthday, buddy. We love you. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday to Fritz. He'll be on the show tomorrow. Guess what? Fritz on the street.
Back, baby.
First Fritz on the street of 2024 or 2025, excuse me.
Good God, man.
Comes back tomorrow. I haven't made that mistake much. I've been pretty on with my 2025s. But I may screw it up before the show's over. Let me look at Today I Learned. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good there. All right, let's do one final dispatch. That's all I'm promising.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
True. I'm just upfront about it today. I'm just letting you know. Let's go over to somebody talking about the stowaway on the plains. Here's Bad Brad.
Hey, you guys. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Someone in my family very close works for Airbus up north. Not JFK, but near there. Okay. That plane had been to Jamaica twice, very recently before JFK, then to Salt Lake, then back to JFK, then to Fort Lauderdale. The people that got on that plane into the wheel well got on in Jamaica. They had been in there for a couple days.
Come on.
It'll come out in the news in a day or so. Promise.
All right.
Have a great day.
I believe you, sir.
I told you.
You heard it here first. He's saying it was a plane that had flown a bunch of places, including Jamaica. They got on in Jamaica, and they were like stuck in the wheel well for a long time. The stories that didn't make the cut. Here we go. Dirt bike riders race through the food court of a busy South Carolina mall as they try to get these folks under control. Chick-fil-A customers are mad that they changed their waffle fry recipe over there. They're worried about fans screwing up the case against Luigi Mangione, who shot the healthcare CEO and killed him. And of the people who Biden offered the commutation of their life sentences, and he said, we're going to take you off death row. We're going to put you on these life sentences. 2 of them have rejected Biden's offer. They want to stay on death row. And I'm sorry, I've thought it over. I'd rather do this, they say. So there you go. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
3 big drips. 3 real big drip.
I'm going to be remixing this tonight for sure.
Here we go. Today I Learned this show right here.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons is correct, yes. 76% of the audience for The Simpsons is under 40 years old as of November of last year. That's pretty impressive. That's true. Today I Learned this lady.
Lady Gaga.
That's, nobody got it. Oh,
Katy Perry.
That's right. Katy Perry is correct. Singer Katy Perry, who grew up in a very strict religious household, was not allowed to eat Lucky Charms cereal as a kid. The word luck reminded her mother of Lucifer. She was also required to call all deviled eggs angeled eggs instead.
Okay.
How nerdy. Or what did that Hooters lady say to the cop?
Daddy?
Nerd?
Oh, come on. Stop being a nerd, bro.
Come on, nerd. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any